I sound because you don't know who you are in the first place. This is out of common respect for all women, period. Well, like this song, yo, I'm quite single and occasionally I mingle. But aside from all the rest, she sparks by
I'm not gonna kid you. This is my jam when it came out.
No, this shit was hard back in the day.
This is the same album with Black Ice, right?
Hey, folks, I tell you what, man, you listen to the Heavy Hitters radio show, man. We came into a little goodie mug, man. I used to jam off of that, man.
The classics, man.
Hey, man, this is Moose, a.k.a. Big House, man. I'm the host of your show, man. I'm so happy to be here. You know what? I'm clean. I'm not, like, freshly showered, but I am clean, and I took a nap. I plan on kicking it a little bit tonight, man.
Adult
It's my
naps are
last
the
Tuesday.
best.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there's nothing like it. So I took a little nap, man. I'm ready. I got a lot of stuff done today. You know what? I did pay for this top shirt. The other two I did not. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
But here, you know what? I guess more than that, man. The children of the summer, man, like they are struggling. Like they don't have the summer like we used to have.
They don't.
You know what I mean? Like it used to be a time we didn't go back to school until after Labor Day.
Yes.
Labor Day.
These cats, man, are in school next week.
Under 2 weeks.
Right. The 4th of July is up, and then you back in school.
Yes.
After the 4th, you all in.
Doesn't take long.
It don't take long at all. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Brothers
hey, hold on.
got an attention span of a gnat. Yo.
Hey, but hold on. Have you ever seen the commercial? I mean, the cartoons where the dude is like, he sees something, he's like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh.
The thing is,
You ever seen that?
She had a slow, leisurely pace too.
Yeah,
on purpose.
And she wanted to make sure someone was looking.
On purpose.
And I went all
saw me
Pavlov's
looking.
dog on that.
On purpose, man.
I blew that head all the way up, gassed up, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I tell you what, folks. You listen to his radio show, man. To my left, we got the one, the only man, the star of the show.
Oh, D-Lo G?
Man, Jeezy, man, the star, man. Jeezy comes sit down like, okay, peasants, get it ready. And then when I start talking, the show shall begin.
That's good. That's cool, man.
Star mentality.
But life's good, man. Can't complain, man.
All right.
I'm hanging on by the throat. Took a nice little nap today myself, man.
Man, hey, man,
Naps are good.
naps are righteous in this day and age. Uh-oh, what was that?
That was my headphones.
Oh, okay. So everything cool there, though? You good?
No, man, life's good, man.
All right.
Can't complain at all, man.
Hey, I tell you what, man. To his left, man, we got the one and only D-Lo.
The sultry voices.
D-Lo G, man.
What is happening?
Hey, you know what was funny? So the little seed listens, right?
Yeah.
And he says, Dad, why do you say D-Lo so many times before you say his whole name and introduce it? It gets on my nerves. And I say, you know why? Because you're young, man. That's why. I said, you don't understand, like, the pause, you know, and to get the guy in there. You know,
man, it's an A1 intro.
Thank you, man. You know what? I appreciate it.
Yeah, I
right?
appreciate it back, man. I'm good.
Well, you was busy this weekend. What you have going on?
Yeah, man. We went out to Funk in the Yard. Shout out to Robbo Hunter and the folks out there, all the vendors. Did that, then DJ'd at a very cool house at the Indianapolis Museum of Arts on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening.
Man, you blowing up, man.
And also DJ'd on Sunday in open house. So it's been steady, man. And did a project for rapper and friend of the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show, Donnie Mack, this morning. So the grind continues, man.
Hey, man, I'm tell you what, I enjoy it, man. Like, you know, and I'll say all the time, man, we gave you the platform, man, like the springboard, but then you dove in the pool and, like, cut out on them like Michael Phelps style, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Michael
man,
Phelps
it's
style.
all for the betterment of the team, man. So anything I can do to pull my weight and put us in the best position possible, that's what I'm going to do 10 out of 10 times.
It's real cool, man. I appreciate that. And I'll tell you what, man, our new guy on the board, man, it's the second week, his first week kind of running it without anybody looking.
That's because he's across from everybody.
Cloud overcast, man. What's going on?
Man, I'm just happy to be here. Happy to, have some responsibilities, holding it down for the team. I'm over here twisting and feeling like, I got some power.
Hey, ladies, I'm gonna tell you what. If If you get with Cloud, be careful if you got nipples, because the way he's twisting on these knobs, you're gonna be
Instantly
in
turn
trouble.
on.
Yeah, you're
Sprinklers
gonna
will
be
be
in
on.
Hey man, you gotta know how to multitask. You know, like
Hey man, I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you, man. Well, I'll tell you, you're doing an amazing job. Bro.
Every bike in the city is coming down Washington. Seems like.
It always starts like when we start talking. It's all good though. Hey man, today's show called the Dog Days of Summer, man. We are going to talk about Mike Vick and all the things he had to say about Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about R. Kelly and whatever he had going on. I'm sure there were urine to place.
Well, you know what? If it ain't kidnapping,
soon.
it's all good.
Too soon. You know what? So, first of all, it was a black police officer that shot the
Unarmed white woman.
unarmed white woman, and then once we found out that he might have been at fault, he became a Somali police officer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, which I'm okay with. Like, yeah, he ain't black.
How did they say he was at fault? Like,
Man,
See, I didn't hear the full
I
circumstances
didn't
of
hear
the
that.
story.
we will definitely get into that here.
because I mean, outside of him just walking up to her and just shooting her in the head.
No,
like,
he didn't do that, but it was crazy though. It
It
was
can't be
definitely
no
crazy.
crazy than motherfuckers get choked up with no.
It was.
It can't be no different.
It
Anything
was
we
definitely
see.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, so and you know what? And we obviously we got some sports to talk about.
Yes.
You know what? Trump care, man, is struggling.
The Republicans don't want it, man.
They can't get Trump care going. You know what?
But it's a great talking point, and they all say that they want it,
No, we
but
got.
they just can't seem to get it done. I mean, because there's a very real number of people that could potentially be without insurance, and if you're
No.
the representative or the senator of that particular demographic, to screw the people in your the people in your jurisdiction out of their health insurance, your chances for re-election go down the toilet. So it's got to be a very delicate balance.
No, the thing is, too, man, is like we got a full-on coup going on. We got several Republicans that are old politics, and they don't like the particular way that Trump is doing his new politics. So a lot of them are going against was new. And then you get the Democrats who ain't gonna support nothing, but they ain't gonna say nothing either. So
They ain't going down.
And that's my
it's-
issue with them. They've not made any proposals
it's amazing how we live
for
like this. The
changes
older I
to
get, man, the more disgusted I am with just the politics as a whole, man. Just then I found. Did you find out that? Man, I should have sent this to you guys when I saw this. Back in 2009, the UN was proposing reparations for slaves. Like that was like on the table as far as like coming up with a system. You heard about? Remember that?
yes.
And guess who boycotted and voted against it? I'll give y'all one guess. Anybody want to guess?
Go.
44.
Did he?
44 voted against it, dog. Knocked it down because he felt like it would be a go against Israel. So
Now, I'm not quite connecting the dots on that.
the U.S. has always backed Israel on everything, like the state. So because of what happened, as far as like, I guess, I don't want to speculate. Let me read up on the story during the show, and I'll come back because I don't want to speculate the reasons behind it. All I know is that this dude pretty much put the kibosh on that idea, yo.
Well, I mean, you know what? It definitely happens, folks. Hey, you listen to Heavy's radio
Politics,
show, man,
man.
and we are about to get into everything
Yes.
that we talked about. And then we also got some brews and reviews. We also gonna talk about Funk in the Yard, man. It's, like a simulcast we did this weekend, which was outstanding. And then whatever else comes up, you know what? Like Biggie Gates already hit us up, man. You need to look at that. You need to look at that because he talks to you a lot. I'm gonna quit looking at it. It's on our Instagram.
But
It's on our Instagram.
he sends me directly.
It's on our Instagram. You need to answer him because he's talking about the fact that the letter J was not invented until like 1600 and something.
Yes, how do we get Jesus?
And we already knew that though, because his name wasn't Jesus before that.
It's not Jesus at all.
Yeah, his name wasn't Jesus before
Yeshua.
that. Yeah, exactly. So we are Gates. We already know
And
that.
that's not the picture y'all see is not Jesus as well. That's not Jesus either.
We already know that.
Yeah, just so y'all know.
Oh, good job, big boy.
Just so y'all know. Don't be fooled.
All right, so
telling that's a conspiracy, brother.
hey, so
That
all right,
conspiracy,
all right.
that is real.
What
All right,
is
so
that?
guys, listen, please give me some information on R. Kelly, man. What happened? What was going on? And why is it relevant to us?
Sounds like a sex cult. Now, I don't have all the details, but Jeezy was kind of bringing it up earlier. So I'm a little bit curious. But my thing is, if from what I've heard, if these are all women of consenting age, it's really none of our business as the public.
Well, the thing is, they're not. It's a cult of underage women all staying in the same house, knowing everything that's going on.
Well, see, the youngest age that I've seen reported is someone at the age of 19.
I saw 16. That was the youngest age that I saw.
I mean, that completely changes it if that's the case.
If it's under, see, that's why my thing is. I wait till all the facts are out, not speculation, not hearsay, not what's on media takeout, not what's on any of these urban blogs. Like when he's under investigation, and I start seeing the police stuff, then that's when I'll form my opinion. But when you get all these people, like we live in a country now, like Denzel said, we so quick to be first, not even right, just first. As long as it's first, we don't care if it's wrong, right, or whatever. Then nobody's gonna retract anything. We're just gonna say it.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly got a coat with women, like, and then it goes back to like he was peeing on cheese. I'm like, well, wait a minute, how old are these women? Now, if he kidnapped, that's completely different. Kidnapping or underage is completely different. But however, if you walked up his house and you knew you was getting into,
yeah,
you get everything that you was getting, that you deserve, man. Period.
And if you were an able-thinking person and that was the decision that you made, and in spite of how old you are, if you were a consenting adult, there's really not a whole lot that your parents can do legally.
So you know what happens? You're in the house.
What do you mean?
You guys didn't get that? You're in the house.
Oh, you're in. Yeah,
that's all right. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it just don't make no sense, man. But everybody naturally now he's raping women. Like,
no, he's you know what? No, he. If you're in there, you're in the mix, man.
Doing the mix, dog.
Yeah.
You're in the mix.
Like the thing is, I hate when people.
I got it the second time around.
Right. You're in the mix.
I don't understand why I got to keep doing it.
It makes no sense to me when people act like if you're 19 years old and you're at R. Kelly's crib, you know what time it is. Like, he's not mind you over for milk and cookies.
No, you know what you got to do? You got to be respectful, man.
Yeah, you do.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it's about.
Come on and join us. Come on and join us, ladies.
Love to talk to you.
Join us.
This is turning into
Oh, wait, a sideshow?
right.
Look at my buckets.
You know what they can do? They can for sure be in the mix. Anyway, all right. So
You're in the mix.
All right, so
This is the heavy hitters where we are casting the net out.
So from what I understand, he had one of those like sex bins or something, like one of them houses where people can go, like secret knock, you know what I mean?
Well, see, and that's what I want to know, because I want to know if it's like members only, if it was exclusively R. Kelly. The other part of the story that I read is that he's paying for these women to live in several homes across Georgia. He's got one live-in Illinois. So he's got some structure, but if it's true that he's financing this, then the paper trail will go back to R. Kelly at some point.
Hold on, man.
And we have an Amber Alert.
What the heck? Is somebody stealing the baby today?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Hold on, man. If I'm paying your rent in your house, dog, I can come and go as I damn well please. Man.
Yeah.
Like again, if you, this is the part I don't understand. Like this is why we live in an age, man. We need women to sign contracts, man. Cause like, if I buy you a crib, if you have an understanding that I'm thinking of being smashed, ain't no new dudes coming over here, man.
No, no.
You know what I'm saying? I'm paying.
The pineapple is mine.
The pineapple is mine, yo. At my discretion. Yo.
Yes. Anyway, I want the pineapple.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All of that. But these cats, man, come around, man, act like it's brand new or something. And now all of a sudden they want to file charges. Now they want to break away but still want to get paid.
I mean, it's crazy now. And I understand that as a parent, you've got to be going through it. You haven't seen or heard from your child. You want to be able to go after this guy, but if your child made that decision, how can you really hold R. Kelly responsible?
Because R. Kelly should have been like, how old are you? 17, go home.
See, but I still have not seen anybody underage yet. I haven't read anything that said that any of the women.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. If everybody was overage, this is not even a story.
Not even a story.
Like,
except he's a freak, but who cares? Like, that's his personal life, man.
That's his own thing, man. He's a freak, man. So he's doing his thing.
Doing his thing.
It don't even matter. You know what I mean? Don't even matter. All right, so I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like some R. Kelly stuff, man. I wish somebody would have been looking up some R. Kelly songs, because you for sure know he was jamming for years and years and years, right?
Yeah, he definitely was. I mean, his songs was telling you he don't mind age, number, throwing down, number to dying. Seems like you're ready. I mean, all his old songs tell you in the lyrics that he got an issue with underage women. Like, he want them fresh and ripe and tight.
What?
That's how he want them.
Okay, to retract my last statement, apparently the 16-year-old was just fake news. I went and did some research. It was more so like he was just being, a cult leader, determining when and where they could do whatever.
Yeah, he a freak.
Sleep, yeah, all that.
He a freak. It's no different than all these women watch 50 Shades of Grey. He was instead of being Christian Grey, he was being R. Kelly, dog. That's all he was doing.
Right,
he had a red room.
Check this out real quick. Turn up 7-9.
Everyone's happy.
Why we do that?
Finally, it's the week.
R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Aaliyah.
All the hard work's behind me. Yeah. And I just
Who wouldn't want to
invited
be R. Kelly
all
right
my
now?
friends.
What man wouldn't want to be surrounded by women that he could just...
He's out there surrounded by women. He's singing.
It's
he's
very
doing the
kingly.
two-step. He's doing the two-step. He's chilling. He's doing his thing.
The only difference between R. Kelly and an Amish guy right now is that he's not married to his women.
And he's not white. He's not a pilgrim.
Hey, man, you know what? That might be the classic line of the year. There's only one difference. Outside of the fact that mucus is life force.
Yeah.
We definitely need mucus to live. You guys agree with that?
I never heard of that, but
That's
I'm sure.
hilarious.
I'm sure it has a purpose.
Mucus is a viscous situation that we all need to maintain our life. Okay. You guys are struggling with that. That's okay.
I'm trying to figure out where that came from.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's a moose turn.
I was
man.
about to say,
It's a
like-
moose turn. Hey, so all right. So here's some other news for you guys. So in Minneapolis, right, in Minnesota.
Real quick. I'm gonna pause you for a second.
What the heck?
You think that dude got a shot with any of them two chicks over there?
Yes, he does. He's tall.
He's automatically the friend.
He's
No,
tall.
are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's gonna bang one of them.
He's friend zone.
Actually, I know the dude. He's married to the one on our far left side.
Oh, he is. Awesome. See? Well, I was wrong. Continue.
Yeah, there's no question.
Wasn't
He's a
your
big
first
old dude.
time.
He's a big old tall dude, man. Yeah, he's getting in.
Yeah.
I've hung out with
Yeah,
you.
that's Big Mike.
Salute Big Mike.
Salute Big Mike. Salute. You got two of them.
Yeah, well.
So,
you know,
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
all
can go in.
right. So, we got
God
such a
dang.
situation.
I mean, every loud machinery is coming down Washington Street right now.
All right,
Yeah.
so listen. So,
I can get no water.
so in Minnesota, in
Call Jimmy
Minnesota, there was a situation where a woman called for disturbance.
Okay.
The police responded. There was two officers per car, and as the officers arrived, the woman that called runs out of her home in her nightgown. The officer in the driver's seat then expels his weapon past the driver past the passenger seat and shoots a cartridge into the woman.
Like a taser.
No, a bullet and killed her.
So she was running towards the cops with her hands flailing.
They didn't say. You know what? We gotta be so careful. They didn't say hands flailing. What I understand, she was coming towards the car. Now listen, the guy that was driving is the one that shot, and he shot her past his partner through the passenger side open window.
Movie style.
to get to her.
Ricky!
All right. And so she died. She was a Australian American, so she had dual citizenship. Woman, she was unarmed. She's the one that called about the disturbance. What do you guys think about it, man?
I mean, it's too bad, but officers get away with murdering citizens every day. And as a matter of fact, there was the police officer near the University of Cincinnati who who they couldn't find guilty again today, and he's had a second trial, and now the judge is looking to dismiss the charges. So it's sad. It's all sad, but at the same point in time, if this is an officer and she's a citizen, how can I have prejudice when it comes to the officers killing citizens, no matter what they look like? So I'm sorry it happened, but the officer is clearly not guilty.
You know what? It's sad that this is where we have come to, where innocent, like we should just be outraged that somebody has died at the hands of a cop, and race should not even matter.
Yeah.
But we're at this point now where we've seen so many black men and women like just killed with no weapons, like just literally just like roaming the streets, hands up, walking to their cars, getting shot, and then like you expect us to feel some kind of way about a Pilgrim woman running towards the police and she gets shot. Now, granted, he shouldn't be shooting from the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a whole other circumstance. That might be the loophole that do him in.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be the loophole. Like you're not supposed to shoot from the car, but his defense was probably, I'm protecting my. I can't see what she's doing. She's running towards him.
Now, hey, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
I was in fear of my life.
There was about 2-3 weeks ago where there was a black woman that was in a police car, and she was like doing patrol. She was doing patrol, and somebody just ran up to her and shot her, man, and killed her just because she was the police. And so, you know, he definitely could have been thinking about that. Now, here's what I think is funny. This dude, you know, first you hear a black officer kills Pilgrim.
But clearly
woman.
he's not Mike Tirico, but go ahead.
Mike Tirico isn't Mike Tirico.
We will definitely talk about that in
He's
a
more
second, folks.
Tirico
Mike
than Mike.
Tirico. And so listen, so you know what he says? Come to find out, he's a Somali. So his descendant is Somali.
He's African.
Right. So he's an African fella that was on the police force. What do you guys think about that? I mean, you know, what's happening?
I'm a Jeezy on this one. Like, you know, I can't be mad. Like, I mean, you know, we said Black Lives Matter. They corrected us and said all lives matter. So I mean, you know, just like, well, let's see them start the movement and all that stuff. I'm not about to lead this charge.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just like I already put too much work in vocalizing, like, you know, the lives of my fellow black people. That ain't changed. That's actually gotten worse. And then all of a sudden now all this stuff starts going on. Like, and you expect me to be all like, you know, up in arms or whatever, man. I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, I mean, you know, any loss of a life like is a bad thing.
Yeah, but I'm not going to fight this
the
fight.
aftermath, yeah, like, you know, like that's.
You know, it's kind of sad that he's Somalian because it won't take long for him to be vilified from here.
Oh yeah.
Because now I'm sure the questions will be asked: do we have terrorists in the police force? Was he was Muslim? You know, they'll drag him through the mud.
Oh man!
Based on
and you know what else? In Australia already, like the American police force is in shambles.
Well,
In the country of Australia is one person.
So it took a white woman to get shot for them to realize that.
In Australia.
Well, she's a Pilgrim woman she's in the United States, so she looks like them, so she's a white woman.
No, she has dual citizenship.
Yeah, but she's still white.
So she's a.
I mean,
she's
Italians are.
She's American. And
Irish are white. So
right.
Hey man, at the end of the day, on the other side of the waters, they treat the white people like they treat us here. Like, you know, they treat Americans regardless of
regardless, they don't care.
They treat it like they're prejudiced. So I mean, that's why I said Australia, because
but the thing is, you know what's funny? They treat us the way we should treat us. They treat us like all one group. Like, it don't matter, you black, you American. We don't care if you black, white, whatever. You American, and we don't like you or we like you, regardless. It's funny how they have that mindset, but we can't over here. That we still caught up on the color of
you know, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's the same as like Puerto Ricans. You know, they come in so many different colors. Dominicans, so many different colors, but they all Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, or whatever.
That's what's crazy, because when I went to Puerto Rico, like, there's literally Puerto Ricans that look like you, Puerto Ricans that look like me, Puerto Ricans look like these people walking down the street, and they all Puerto Ricans, yo. They're Puerto Rican.
You know, in Puerto Rico may be the only country that gets that right as far as citizenship or citizens of different skin hues, and I say that because you look at South America and places like Brazil, where it's still very divided by the shade of your skin tone, although they are all Brazilians. So if Puerto Rico's doing it, you know, and accepting everybody's Puerto Rican, and you know, no matter what you look like, then you know, kudos to them, because it's far from that in a good majority of the world, I'd say.
All right, so
it's the European eyes that everybody kind of European standard that everybody kind of looks through.
So, okay, but again, here's my point. So we have this Somali officer that shoots this woman. Does he get off like everybody else got off,
No.
or is he going to go under the jail?
He'll likely go under the jail. I'm kind of curious to see what the demographics are as far as what the county is, what county he's in, what the racial makeup of that is, what the jury's going to look like, because I think that's going to play a huge role on how he's persecuted. And even before he's persecuted, I actually think that he will have charges brought against him, which is a rarity in a police shooting.
I say it all comes down to how well he can kiss ass. If he been, you know, buttering up and like getting close to the head chief or whatever, like, you know, they gonna pull some strings. Like, otherwise they gonna be like, oh yeah, we've been trying to get this dude off, like, so now they just gonna take advantage. So it all depends on the inner politics of that police station.
I'll put it like this, man. If he goes to jail, it's gonna be hell to pay across the board.
For what reason?
Because we have seen so many white officers get off from shooting unarmed black men. We've seen it for years. I mean, we talking about 5. We went on like 4. Eric Garner was 3 years ago. What's his name? The young guy. That was like what, 5 years ago.
Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon Martin.
He wasn't an actual police officer.
I mean, but I'm saying, that kind of kicked everything off. It was like what, 5 years ago. This new thing. So we talking about 5 years of this going on and no convictions, like no officers. I could recall. Maybe was it one? Maybe it was Baltimore. Even Baltimore was let go, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I don't think any officers.
All the charges were dropped.
Was dropped. So you got all these cases where we got a large case study where all these shootings of unarmed black men, they getting off. So now we got one with the roles are reversed, and you put him in jail. Yeah, that's. I mean, you're going to have all kind of bloody murder being screened. So everybody's watching this real close.
All I'm saying, though, I mean, like his body cam is off, the car cam is off. Matter of fact, his body cam and his partner's body cam is
like,
off.
Anything that you say in this case, we could bring up a case where
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, it's just like it's all about how the results play, and then we can go from there and judge. Like, okay, like what was different here other than those other, like, you know, cases where they got off, like. That's the only way that we could.
The only difference here, it was a different state, a different jurisdiction. You know, so that's it. You know, so and that's something I always kind of like use as my thing. Like we don't know what the laws are in that state, or what the.
I know what. Well, I mean, you know what? Now we know that Prince lived in Minnesota, so they definitely had some Prince rules in that joint. Is that what was happening? Do you think maybe that was it?
What are Prince rules?
I don't know. Everything's purple and
right.
Paisley.
But wasn't that shooting in Minnesota? Within the car, was something happening in Minnesota?
Yeah, that officer was also
acquitted.
It was a situation in Minnesota. So we had the same.
He was in the car, and
that glove ain't fit either.
No.
His girlfriend and his child were in the car with him, and that was the one where she went Facebook Live.
That was Minnesota. That's what I
Orlando
thought.
Castile?
Yeah, that was Minnesota.
Castile, yes.
That was in Minnesota?
That was Minnesota. So now and he got off. So now we get a situation where we get the same department, everything's the same. This would be
this was also in Minnesota?
Yeah. So this would be an interesting case study because now you can't say like, well, this happening here. No, we get the same. I don't know if it's the same department, but definitely the same state.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested. This would be an interesting case study to see, kind of like how they handle this situation where this dude got off for shooting a dude. When he told him, I got a gun, I'm not reaching for it, I'm getting my identification. You let 2 off on it.
So let me ask you this. So all right. So then do we do the people in Minnesota then start to tear up everything because it wasn't right?
Yeah, absolutely.
For what reason?
You know what, man? When you start tearing up, you start rioting, man. Rioting invokes change, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when you start rioting and you start showing that you ain't gonna take it no more. Like, everything that happened. If you remember Egypt, when they rioted, the problem with America is we too busy. Like, we don't riot about anything because we too busy. In other countries, man, them jokers riot for lunch. Like, y'all ready to go riot, man? Y'all ready to go protest? Like, 'cause they stand up for everything all the time. Like, America, man, we too busy for all of that.
Roll
man.
over, man. We have been bred to, like, you know, just take it. Like, this is the way it is. Like, you know, this is like, this happens every day. Like, we're so accustomed to like, and nowadays, like, it's up to us to really, like, you know, break that training, break that mold that, like, you know, we've been formed to. But I don't know, man.
Hey, man, I tell you right now, you are listening to the Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We're live at 36
East
Washington Street, man. That's where we are. I guess it's called Bar 36 now. We're not sure. We haven't eaten or drinking anything here. It's cool, though. Man.
we don't even know if they're open or not.
There's a meeting. They're having a meeting.
Oh yeah.
No, I saw somebody unlock the door.
They're definitely
They're
having
back
a
open.
meeting.
So would I be disrespectful or wrong if I called Jimmy John's?
No, at this point.
Let them say something. Let them say something. Boy, I'm going to go
Hey,
off.
so,
Let them say something.
so I tell you what, man, we're here. You can catch us on Twitter at Heavy
_
Hitters
_
You can also catch us on Facebook at Heavy Hitters Radio Show and Instagram at Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Where else, Jeezy, can you catch us?
Yeah, you can catch us our shows on Spreaker.com /independent radio. You can also catch us on Apple Podcasts.
Is it backslash or
Forward
forward slash? I think it's
One
forward.
of those slashes. Independent radio. You can get us on Apple Podcasts. You can get us on there, man. One cast, all casts. If you get an Android, get us on Stitcher Radio. Like, we all over the place, but there's no reason why you shouldn't be a neighbor of the Heavy Hitters.
Yeah.
And then D-Lo, social media, I know you talked a little bit about it, but tell us, explain to us all the other shows we got going on our stations, that kind of thing.
We've got several shows currently on independent radio with a couple other shows in the works, so make sure you check those out.
Heel
Of
turn
course,
coming soon.
Every
man.
Tuesday, you can check out the Heavy Hitters Radio Show here on independent radio.
Heel turn coming soon.
You can also catch conversations with Coach.
Because Jeezy's clearly a heel on Heavy
Sports
Hitters.
Talk with Hot Sauce. You can catch the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show.
The number one
you
show
can
on
catch,
podcast.
I'm about to cut your mic in a second.
You can catch Conspiracy Brothers. So we got a lot of programs. We've also got the Indy 15 music session. And we're currently in a position to create more and do more. So more coming at you, folks. Stay tuned.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got all kind of stuff. And on the Conspiracy Brother, we're gonna break down Project Bluebeam. If you ain't familiar with Project Bluebeam, do your research, man.
Hey, if you are not, you know, aware of, you know, Project Blue what?
Project Bluebeam.
Blue Beam. If you are not aware, be sure to tune in to Conspiracy Brother.
Yeah,
But
man.
I have a random game show for everybody.
Okay.
Random game show.
Let's go. What we got?
All right. So, Kim Kardashian recently dropped some new makeup. I want to see, like, how long do you think it took her to sell out? Let's go down the line.
Ooh.
Let's go down the line.
So how long did it take her to sell out Kim Kardashian's makeup?
Yes. D-Lo.
You know what? I'm going to say that it took her, I'm going to say 5 hours.
5 hours from D-Lo.
I'm gonna say 2 hours.
2 hours. Moose.
I'm sorry, what were we doing there?
Kim Kardashian had a new makeup line come out. We're playing an impromptu game show. How long did it take her makeup line to sell out?
Hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, you damn. You price is right.
All right. Actually, the winner is Jeezy. It took her 3 hours to sell out, and she made $14.4 million. And
Did the makeup have spermicide in it?
Is this guy wearing a midriff?
That's absolutely crazy, man. He's like,
hey, we got
he's like
Ezekiel Elliott, but
it's like Ezekiel Elliott. It's Ezekiel Elliott going out collection.
Did she have facial cream in front of her makeup line?
Said if not, I'm sure Jeezy can apply.
Yeah, I definitely can apply facial cream.
Yes, like the heavy hitters can supply
the heavy hitters
any facial cream that you did not receive.
Right. We can supply a bukkake full.
Yikes! I'm not sure.
Not a bucket full.
Did we say pineapples? Because
we did not say
it's
pineapples.
pineapples. Hopefully your children do not know what bukkake means.
But the heavy hitters can supply.
And we're like 30 minutes in. Outstanding. Hey, so all right, so she came out with some makeup and then sold out of it.
Out.
Made $14 million.
$14.4 million.
The world we live in right now, when you famous for no damn reason, and Joker's just getting over, man. They put out.
There's a reason she's famous.
She's famous because she gave somebody a blowjob, though. That's why she's famous, dog.
Well, she
I
looked
hit
good
it, I
taking
hit it,
too.
I hit it, I hit it.
That's
I
why she's
hit it,
famous,
I
dog.
hit it.
I'm saying.
I was like,
She's famous
She
because
looked
she's
great
sexy.
taking it.
No, she's famous because she gave Ray J some head on the
She
video.
gave everything.
She gave everything to him.
TP
and then,
total package, man.
but she's also pretty, and her dad was smart.
Nobody knew who she was until she gave Ray J the blowjob on the thing. Nobody knew who she was.
nah, man, she was Paris Hilton's like lap dog.
Yeah, exactly. And then Paris Hilton had a sex tape, and she was like, "Well, I could do one too." And
Yeah.
Was she part of the Paris Hilton posse?
Blue. Yeah.
I'm sure for a minute there they all had to hang out and rich girls.
No, but she literally was
No,
Paris Hilton's
like-
like bitch.
She made Kim Kardashian clean her closet,
Yeah.
like all that shit. Like I was like,
You gotta think.
like, wow.
Shapiro, her dad, the Kardashian, her dad was a lawyer, so they had money. But Paris Hilton father owns the Hilton, so like that's like Hilton money, lawyer money. You know what I mean? So like Paris Hilton is like a billionaire, where she was like a couple of $1 million heir
Well, she's $14 million richer today.
today.
And speaking of that, so you guys heard of Facebook, right?
Yes.
All right, so Mark Zuckerberg, right? He's the owner of Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's the main guy.
Along with the CIA, but go ahead.
He's the main guy. So all right, so here's what happened. So this was what's today? Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say on Thursday or Friday, he made $3.6 billion in a day off of trading and all that, and became in the top 10 of the richest people in the world.
Wow. It's
In
impressive.
one day.
The dude.
In one day.
No, you know-
now
no-
I'm gonna tell you, Warren Buffett and all them cats are still ahead of him.
Now, you know who's mad today? On the day he made $3.9 billion.
Everybody that said, "Nah, you tripping,
No,
man." I ain't
Tom.
going fucking with
Tom is mad.
Tom been mad.
Tom
Get outta
mad
here
as
with that,
hell.
man.
Moose,
Like,
you know what Tom is?
Tom.
You ever had MySpace?
man,
Tom was everybody. Tom was a friend of MySpace.
your friend
Tom
and my
was your
friend,
first
and
friend.
they friend too.
Tom was your first friend on MySpace. He's mad. Well, he ain't broke because he sold MySpace. But he's mad right now because MySpace was first. And basically Facebook literally just took the concept of that.
Yes.
And the concept of like Hot or Not, all them little sites, and just made it into
Hey
one.
man, this is America. We are a capitalist society. Sorry, Tom.
They go Spider-Man. The neighborhood-friendly Spider-Man.
Check that out.
What are you talking about?
We are
Right
in the
there, you
midst
see
of
Spider-Man?
greatness.
Like all the way
He is
down in
at the
there.
All the way
corner.
down to-
Oh wow.
Peter Parker.
Hey, so all right, so folks have his radio
It's
show.
almost
man.
time for
We're here.
someone's night.
Hey, folks, so we're here, man. We're here at 36 Degrees, like I told you, downtown Indianapolis.
Hello,
now,
thirsty.
I did not find out. You guys know better than I do. What happened to Mike Vick? Now, before what did Mike Vick say? But before we get into that, we got the health connection in the house, man. What's going on with you?
What
You
it
all
do?
right? You all right?
Live and making it, man. Wouldn't be life without drama.
I don't know about that. Man.
Oh, shit. What's
I'm
going
not
on?
trying to mess with all that.
No, man, just had some medical issues. You know, I must honestly say I will never again talk crap about people who take prescription drugs because finally, Kason Seal was in such pain he had to bow down and take some prescription drugs, man. I ended up having some foot issues, working out excessively, caused my entire leg from my knee down to swell up for a couple of weeks. Then found out it was plantar fasciitis, which is, if anybody...
Plantar fasciitis.
Hey, plantar. You potatoes. Around the corner across the street. But, you know, keep it in mind, caused
Folks,
some
if you
serious
didn't know,
issues.
Case Sincere is from Norland, so that's why he's across the street and around the corner and all that.
Around the corner
All right, go ahead, Carl.
and some scrimps.
I don't know what there's a D in there.
You
Anyway,
know,
go
but,
ahead.
You know,
Sorry.
basically, and the doctor, the only thing he could say is, well, we could give you some pain meds. So that's the only answer.
He was like, I'll take 2 of them, thank you.
Basically. You know, so been self-medicating myself all week long, and then I started noticing I started needing more and more of the pain medicine to keep up with the same numbing of this issue in my foot. So pretty much being a strong-willed individual, I chose not to overindulge in the pain prescription or chop it up and snort it as I've seen people do, you know. And I took it as directed, but I basically have now weaned myself off.
You know, you went 0 to like 1,000.
Right. Man, I'm so angry with people. I've seen
nobody does that.
Hey, they do it, man.
On TV, I mean,
no, these cats are doing it for real.
I get that, but like not like you know what you. I don't know if you understand that, but you're like Joe Human that just with big muscles, and Joe Human does not chop up the pain.
No, he does not. But God dog it, the rest of these fools in the streets is doing it, man. They chopping up supplements and snorting them.
Well, at least you got some. At least you got some money. You save them pills.
Oh, you say them pills, yeah, and you in the type jam, you know what to do. That's the world we live in, man.
We do not promote.
But you got people ODing on heroin and all kind of other foolishness.
Speaking of that, you know, have you guys ever seen? Have you guys ever seen that? Like all these folks having trouble, and then they have to get Narcan and all that.
Right.
All right. So guess what? There is legislation coming out now where if you get Narcan 4 times, then cool. But if you get the 5th time, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna just let you die.
You gotta go. Population control.
Now hold on one second.
We call that communism.
Hold on one second. You know what I propose? I propose every time you get Narcan, you have to pay.
You get billed
$1,000 or whatever.
But here's the problem: the people that are needing the Narcan, they're not in those communities that require it. So they're in less fortunate communities and lower income communities, so they couldn't pay it anyway. They don't pay their medical bills anyway.
I get that, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit that's free.
I agree.
It's absolutely bullshit that is free.
And it's costing the taxpayers dollars. So
right.
Here we have people that have OD'd 3 times that I know, and they checked out the 4th time. And that, like I told you guys last year, or during this course of this year, I've lost 3 people to ODing on some doggone heroin. You know, it's a choice, people. It is not a disease. It is you choosing to stick that needle in your arm, in your ass, between your fingers, between your toes. You know, basically, you have control over yourself, and you are strong-willed enough to wake up every day and get out your bed and go to work. Well, that's the same choice you should take to not choose to stick that poison in your arms.
Right. All right. I get that, man. We also got we also got Cousin B up in there, man. What's going on with
Yo, what's up? Cousin B in the house.
you? All right?
Yeah.
It's good to see you fellas again.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, so...
The communists of the United States of America.
Now, to jump in on what you were saying, my muscles aren't quite as big as my man, so I'm trying not to make him too mad, but I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. I used to think that as well, but I do believe it is a disease. There is a choice. People make a choice initially.
That's all.
But once that addiction kicks in and I don't care how strong-willed you are, at that point, it does become a disease, but I'm going to kind of flip the script a little bit because now, all of a sudden, it's a problem. We didn't get this caring in the 80s and in the 80s when it was affecting brown people or just minorities in general. But
say black people.
But now that this, now this opiate addiction is hitting Main Street and, all these other folks, now it's a crisis. And now this so-called war on drugs, it's let's have empathy, let's have pity.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately, I say, and it's a case of using Malcolm X's words, it's a case of the chickens coming home to roost.
Yeah, I mean, you brought this problem here, and you realize that we're not using heroin, they are.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the Narcan is in what communities?
Yeah, it ain't in ours. I mean, not to say that we don't have, we pretty much
once
don't crack.
again, but like Moose said,
One time
there should be a fee for this.
Right.
Just like if you call an ambulance,
I tell you, if you
they
pay,
charge
right,
you.
Exactly. If you get Narcan, it's like $500. It's just like old boy that bought the well, yeah, remember
Martin
it
Scarelli.
was a pill that was like $13. He bought it. He's like, it's $150.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I was something like, what? He went up 1,000%. On the medicine. But you know what, man? This Narcan, all that stuff. Hey, man, pay for it or don't. And we should just, you know what? I'm okay with doing the public service announcement. Yo, pineapples. Y'all ready? Pineapples. All right, so this is the opiate addiction. Don't do this baloney website. You ready?
Right.
Hey, hi, folks. This is Moose here at Big House, and you know what? If you take elephant tranquilizer or anything below that, it can kill you. And if we give you medicine to bring you back, it's going to cost you $1,000. If you don't want the medicine, please sign this waiver right here and enjoy the few days you have left. Bye. Is that bad?
Peace. No, it's not.
That's it.
Peace.
Nail on the head.
And as a matter of fact, guess what? You're done. Yeah, you're done, man.
Check out time.
I got that Mike Vick audio for y'all, man, when y'all ready.
All right, so somebody please give us some insight into what Mike. What is that?
He's talking about Kaepernick, man. He's like telling Kaepernick to basically clean up his image. No. Is the money not worth it? This brother stand for something. Stand for something.
All right, well, I'm gonna play a snippet, which I hate doing because I hate playing snippet because it doesn't give the whole context. Yeah. So here we go.
There you go. Good job, guys.
I don't listen to you.
Mike is
Yeah,
Mike.
I mean, listen, I'm not up here to try to be politically correct, but yeah, even if he puts cornrows in it, I don't think he should represent himself, you know, in that way in terms of, you know, just the hairstyle. Just go clean cut. You know, why not? You know, you're already dealing with a lot of controversy surrounding this issue.
That's a
And the most
fascinating
important
thing to hear you say, Mike.
that he needs to do is, you know, just try to be presentable. I mean, look, so all the social media stuff that he's doing, look, we get it, we understand it. It's time for, you know, Collins to step up in a different way. And, you know, I think primarily the reason why he's not signed to a team right now is because of the last 2 seasons and not being as productive as everybody, you know, has seen.
Okay, man. So
All right, so that's what he's saying. Basically, what he's saying is dress for the job you want, not for the job you got. Which everybody here have heard that.
Which everybody understands and believe to be true.
my grandma say that.
However, like there's a double-edged sword with this, because like for those who know Michael Vick's situation, he had the cornrows and all of that kind of stuff, and then as soon as he got caught with a dog fight, had to go to court. What happened? Clean cut, cut his hair. Pac-Man Jones had all that stuff going on, had the dreadlocks, he had to go to court. What'd he do?
Clean it up.
It's like so. Before people jump down Vic's throat and call him a coon, all he's doing is offering advice that was given to him.
But wait a second.
But
If you're talking about Pac-Man Jones and Michael Vick, these are guys who have been convicted of crimes.
right.
What crime has Colin Kaepernick
What I'm
been
saying.
convicted of, and why does this cleanup policy apply to him? Because he has thoughts and positions related to his community.
Well, again, the cleanup policy is based off with, again, another thing Mike Vick said, his production the past 2 seasons has not been good. So it's the same with Ray Rice. It's the same with, if you got issues and you're not good, I'm not dealing with it because your this diminishing versus reward is like, okay, if you're good, Tom Brady come in with an afro and cornrows and send out for the anthem, nobody's saying anything. Nobody cares. As soon as Tom Brady game starts slipping.
So your hair is a factor as to if you're doing a good job.
Yeah, if you're balling, nobody, like Ezekiel Elliott got all these issues. Guess what? He's still gonna be employed because he can still perform a task at a high level.
Because he's got a clean cut haircut.
No, it has nothing to do with the haircut. The whole point is, in the NFL, unlike any other league, it's based off your production.
It's worse in baseball, by the way. There's a lot of baseball owners that say no facial hair in my clubhouse.
That's been a Yankee rule, but you don't seem to hear it a whole lot.
The point, D-Lo, I get what you're saying.
Marchand was like
but what
that,
I'm saying, if Colin Kaepernick did this the year after the Super Bowl, he went to the Super Bowl, he have a job, guaranteed, because he was balling. Now that he's kind of been on the decline, it's like, okay, do I want to bring, as an owner, because unfortunately that this is the place that we're in. As an owner, you got to say to your fan base, which, let's be honest, the who paid the tickets ain't us. We ain't buying tickets. You know what I'm saying? So to his patriotic pilgrim fan base, I'm gonna bring this guy in who has a militant stance to be your quarterback, the face of your franchise. That's a hard pill to swallow for him.
So you don't like him socially. Your fan base isn't with him socially. Your fan base isn't pleased with his on-the-field performance the last couple of years. Then his hair is irrelevant. Then Michael Vick never even needed to mention his hair.
I think you're missing the point about the hair.
I'm missing the point.
The point what Mike Vick said is go clean cut. I don't agree with it. I see where Vic is coming. Vic is offering advice. He's saying, like, look, if you want to get back in the game, you got to play by their rules. Period. That's their rules. Like, if you balling, have an afro, cornrows, walk around like Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson was good. We'll take all the antics in the world. As soon as you decline,
Clay Matthews is on the decline, and his hair looks terrible.
Yeah, but he's not causing. He's not bringing attention to himself as far as like kneeling or taking a political stance.
So if he were taking a stance, then he should cut his long hair.
If he takes a political stance and there's not based off the majority, then he'll have problems get back in the NFL. Yeah, absolutely, he would.
He's gonna have to dance to their music.
You gotta dance to their music,
He's
man.
gonna have to definitely dance to the beat of their drum.
I mean, if you look at Chris Cluey, and the thing is, it's easy to say it's a white black issue. But remember Chris Cluey?
Yeah.
The kicker had the anti-gay, the gay comments. Yeah.
You better fix it.
Got him out of there quick, dog.
Yeah.
This dude was a all-pro kicker, all-pro. You know what I'm saying? All-pro, and it was like, so made them comments
It's gonna cost me money.
Yeah,
if it's gonna cost me money,
I don't need them people outside my stadium,
right,
doing all this protest. I don't need it, man. So you know what? I can get 15 of you out of here.
But even if you want to go back just a little bit further, and a lot of times I don't agree with Stephen A. Smith, but there was an interview that he did with Allen Iverson maybe about 7 or 8 years ago, and it was almost like a perfect setup. Because, you know, Allen Iverson was talking, you know, back when he was still hot, talking about, you know, be your own man and all that.
Yeah.
He said, man, draft night, man, you was clean as a board of hell. He was like, what were you wearing? You know, draft night, Allen Iverson had on a suit.
Yeah.
He had a fade. All this. It wasn't until he got his big contract, then all of a sudden the cornrows came, then all these tattoos. He said, so why not? He said, so why? I feel like you're leading a lot of these young people that haven't gotten to where you are right now
down
the wrong path because they can't get a job now going with these tattoos down the side of their face when you didn't do that to get a job. And I was like, dang. Because he said, and that's somewhat of the truth. Using like what Vic was saying, we can get caught up on the hair, but what he was saying, okay, if you want back in, you're going to have to march to this drum right here.
Right.
And then he said, oh, and by the way, I'm glad you took a stand. He said that. I'm glad you took a stand. He said, but let's be honest, over the last 2 years of your career, you weren't that dude that was
balling.
But he was still one of the top 50 quarterbacks.
Yeah, he said so. But if you want to get back
he was in the top 50% of quarterbacks this past season.
But what I'm saying, okay, if you're in the top 15, like if you like top 10, then I'll deal with it. But if you're in the bottom half, it's like, okay, it's the risk.
There's other cats that can do their job for you. I don't need you.
I don't need all the extra. Like I want to have training camp without asking the question about are you going to stand in there for the anthem. I don't want to subject myself, because football is all about the locker room,
the image.
But Kaepernick's response was brilliant. He said he think Mike Vick has Stockholm syndrome, and with Stockholm, if you're not familiar with that, that's basically when you take
on the persona of
your captors. You're feeling sympathy for them, and he was like, man, you got Stockholm syndrome. So I was just like, wow.
You know what? Mike Vick went to prison and came back and played a while. And made some more money and got some other opportunities.
Michael Vick actually
Colin Kaepernick, if you don't want to play anymore, fine, man.
Then do it your way.
Grow your hair out, man, and do what you're going to do and protest and all that kind of stuff. But you're going to be buying tickets just like me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then that's fine.
It's
and that's cool.
And the thing
and
about
guess
it
what?
Is we all
you ain't going to make no money. You ain't going to make no money that way. You are a quarterback. In order to be a quarterback, you got to follow along with the organization. And you have to be the face of the organization. And then, you know what? Maybe the Raiders, maybe a couple years ago, but now they got somebody, and until there's Mississippi Mudslingers football organization that's like, you know what? We only want brothers that's mad at everybody. That's the only way he's going to play.
And the thing is, that's why people are so mad at Floyd Mayweather. But people don't realize Floyd write his own damn checks. So Floyd can say whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, and piss off whoever he wants. Because guess what? Only Floyd works for Floyd. He don't have an owner above him telling him what he can. He don't have to go to anybody and say, hey, I need a job. All he got to do is say, hey, I need you to put this fight on, and everybody gonna make money. So of course he gonna sign off on it. So, but when you gotta play for a team and you gotta go to an owner, I hate that Vic had to say it. and I hate that he said it. I feel bad that we're at a point where, again, as Books kind of alluded to, that Bugsy alluded to, that you can have Clay Matthews have hair down his back and nobody say nothing. Or you have all these white guys now all of a sudden having a beard is acceptable. Having a beard down to your nuts is acceptable.
They're playing though.
They're playing.
Kaepernick was on the team with an afro, but now he's not on the team.
And also we got to hold Colin Kaepernick because he was the one that opted out of that deal.
Right.
He had a deal. He had a contract. I mean, let's remind him they might would have cut him, but let the team cut you.
And then still make the money.
Don't cut yourself, but he ain't gonna make no money.
Still make the money. All right, so here's what you got, man. Folks, if you got any ideas about this, you can call us. You can call us at 317-67
Heavy.
Again, that phone number is 317-67 Heavy. Yeah. And you can give us a call, man, and you can definitely chime right in to the situation. You know what? We definitely have some people calling in. Have you checked the Twitter and all that? So you know what? Yeah, we definitely understand the stupid people in the world, Biggie, man.
Hey,
and smoking cigarettes and all that.
But see, like Books.
Amber Rose, the same thing. You know what I mean?
Don't get me started.
But I guess I ain't want to cut you off. How do you, do you see our side? Well, I kind of agree with you saying as far as
the hair don't
he
matter.
shouldn't have to, but do you see but what's your stance on it?
I kind of explained my stance, and I still feel the same way. And I understand what you all are saying, but at the same point, I just don't necessarily agree that you have to assimilate when you've done no crime. You know what's been the biggest issue that you kneeled during the national anthem? Yet they expect you to assimilate in order to even be considered for an NFL job. So let's not just base it on your play. Let's not just base it on the fact that you're taking a position against America. But let's also say, hey, you need to cut your hair in the process. It's assimilation, which I disagree with. And when he's on that field,
the team didn't ask him to cut his hair. Mike Vick said,
Mike Vick was just making a suggestion, saying, hey, maybe this will help you get a job. Is what he's saying. Would you, if one of your partners, say at your job, I'm sure you work in corporate America, and one of your boys want a job. How would you tell them to come dress to get a job at where you work? When you tell them, hey, man,
let's ask Cloud Overcast. Because he doesn't have the traditional clean-cut all-American look per se. So he's probably got some opinion as far as this.
So ask if you go in corporate, not. I'm talking about a corporate job.
Look, I will say that. Unfortunately, on this topic, I do work at a job that is very hoity-toity. I honestly was shocked at the fact that I got a call back, because I went in there hair all out and all that stuff. They still always make jokes about my hair and all that stuff every time I go in, but it's more so about the way you carry yourself. I still went in there, I've had it pulled back. I had my shirt and tie on, I was talking respectively. My resume was pristine, and so and the thing was, there were so many other aspects that got them to look past the hair to where it didn't matter, versus where in Kaepernick's position, everything else is a hindrance on top of the hair.
You know what? That's perfectly put, man. As a business owner, you know what, Kaepernick, you want to kneel and all that stuff. That's cool, all right? I'm with that. But then as soon as you opt out of your contract and I'm with a new team, then if you come into my new team, I need, you know what, guess what? I need you to be on point. Especially if you want to start, we understand that the quarterback is the face of our organization. I'm not trying to have you up in here looking like old boy off what's the kid on that one show where he's always going off on black people and stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Riley.
You know what?
Boondocks.
Huey Riley.
I'm not trying to have Riley from
Huey
Boondocks.
Riley.
I'm not trying to have Riley from Boondocks come here and run my show. Dog, I need you to be strong. You know what? Be a strong African. By the way, be a strong African. I'm cool with that.
You know
okay?
What, man?
You know what? Identify with the black people. I'm cool with that.
But they're not.
However,
but they're not.
However,
that's the point. Is they're not cool with that.
I need you to represent my team to the best of your ability. And I don't, you know what? Guess what?
That's a lot of stuff you got to sign on for.
But he's not even making it into the room to have that conversation.
Because they already know.
Because he
he's already being judged by his on the field performance and his social positions. You know, I don't even. I just don't think the hair even needed to be brought into the conversation. If he's already got these two big factors, and most teams view him as a distraction.
I'm an owner.
Of his
I'm an owner that remembers
position.
I'm an owner that remembers what he did for the Super Bowl. So I'm looking past his last 2 years because you know what? I'm gonna call Jim Harbaugh and I'm gonna be like, yo, what did you tell this dude? What did you say to him? Because he was balling when you had it. So I got that part, but I don't need any. I don't need any distractions. And no owner wants distractions.
If y'all remember when Colin Kaepernick first got his starting role, his tattoo was a big ordeal. They even had specials on it, but he was balling. Because there's no other quarterbacks in the league pretty much that has arm sleeves, all that kind of stuff. And if you remember when before the Panthers drafted Cam Newton, the owner told Cam Newton, don't come in with all them tattoos and all that kind of stuff on you. I want you clean cut the whole way through. That's exactly what the owner told me.
That's part of it, man.
Before he even drafted Cam Newton, like, don't even do that.
What I don't want us to get stuck on is, we know it's the hair, but we also have to realize, where do we live? There aren't the same. I know how we want things to be, and how you can't say, what it shouldn't be that way. Well, this is the way it is. And if you want to survive, you make your changes from the inside. Like I tell my sons, my sons, they have friends of all different races, all different colors. But you can't act like little Johnny when the police come around and you get to cussing at the police like they do, because guess what? Now I'm going to a funeral and I'm going to be pissed. So, no, it's not fair. You shouldn't have to. But where do we live? So in this case, really, Vic was saying, look, man, all right, you want your job back, you want to get back in, this is a start. And let's see what you can do to meet that image. You can still protest in other ways.
And I don't understand why they don't go, all right, I'm going to come around with this and I'm going to get a job and then be like, ha, I got this contract. Psych! I'm in here. I'm up in here now.
All right, on that note.
But real quick, Vic is speaking from the inside because Vic know when you're a quarterback, you got to meet with the season ticket owners. You got to have all these events, all these places where you go, where you the face, where you walking around meeting all these people. And guess what? We ain't in the room.
On those two notes, look, to all my aspiring entertainers, but anybody who wants to be anywhere near television, sound, anything like that, your brand is very important. Yeah. This is all it's all a thing of branding. Like, I mean, it's just like at the end of the day, Kaepernick doesn't have the brand to where he can go and be a free agent and get picked up by another team. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is. Like, the hair and all that stuff. Like, now he has to go back to entry level.
If you're a quarterback, what else can you do for a living? If you finish college, you go do whatever you're going to do. You know what I mean? You go do whatever you're going to do. But, I mean, if I was an NFL player, I'd be looking at OJ right now. I'd be looking at OJ like, you know what, man?
He ain't OJ. Like Colin
I've been looking at OJ.
He can be an activist. He can make money. He can start a movement, and that's pretty much.
You can be what? I'm sorry. You said you can be an activist that makes money. Name one.
There are several. How you think Farrakhan and Al Sharpton, how do they make their money? They make money by being activism. There's money in activism, and Colin.
Man, you know what?
Colin can make money by being that voice.
I'm very glad you said that. Hold on one second.
I'm
very glad you said that because man, the United States is in a state of emergency right now with all these shootings and killings and all this kind of stuff. And Al Sharpton, the last time I saw him,
taking a selfie.
He was taking a selfie of his booty with his big old head and his workout gear.
Looking like a 12-year-old kid with Down syndrome in the bathroom.
So his credibility is over, and there's not been one. This is your thing. I was at the barbershop today, and I thought of you. There's not been one black leader in the last, I don't know, has it been 5 years maybe, that come out and said, yo, like it's messed up and we need to get together. There hasn't been one.
But why do we need one? Why do we need, why no other group has a leader?
There hasn't been any change.
Like, they killed that off in the 60s, man, and that was done, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else want to step up, man, because nobody want to get killed. So nobody wants to step up, man, and take that place. as be the person that speaks out because
they don't make money either. You know, you see that they make money. I mean, you know,
but after Umar Johnson make money. You know, they take donations and people give to the cause.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so I mean, people, you can make money. He ain't gonna make NFL money, no, but he can make a living being an activist, going to give speeches and being a keynote speaker for different issues. Man, he can make money doing that. But you know, the issue is that blacks unfortunately only make up 13% of the population. So,
hey, folks, you listen to Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We are live downtown Indianapolis, man, at 36 degrees. We're at 36
East
Washington Street. Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, man. That's us down here, man.
the
I tell you
tacos
what,
are
man,
back.
this is Moose. This is Moose at a Big House, man. It looks like the tacos are flowing.
Tacos are back.
Did you order some tacos? Did you order tacos?
Oh, man, I've been.
Oh, wow. I might try a taco. I'll give you 75 cents for it. Hey, so, so, man, the tacos are flowing down here on 36 East Washington Street. I tell you what, man, you can also catch us, man, on all kind of situations. Hey, cloud overcast.
Yes, sir.
Where can you catch the Heavy Hitters Radio Show?
Well, you can catch us on anywhere, like wherever you like to go to find your podcast. I mean, you know, Spreaker, Apple Radio,
Apple Podcasts.
podcast.
Yes,
Like
yes.
you know, and I mean, it. Are we on Spotify yet?
Stitcher
no,
Radio.
Stitcher.
we need to work on that.
Yeah, we need to work on getting on Spotify. We
YouTube.
upload to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, we all over the place, baby. We all over the place.
Yeah,
So,
Outstanding. Outstanding. Hey, so, I tell you what, are you done chewing down there?
Yeah, man. I'm
All right.
good.
I said, it is the feast.
So, what about our social sites, man?
Of course, you can catch us on Facebook and Instagram at Heavy Hitters Radio Show. You can also find us. You can also find Independent Radio on Instagram at Indiana or Independent Radio. So definitely lots of ways to keep in contact with us. So make sure you're staying tuned to all of our social media and checking out all of our podcast sites to tune into all of our great shows.
All right, so check this out, folks, man. You know what? We've talked a lot about new music and all that kind of stuff. So I downloaded a local hip hop artist's music. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now. Is that cool with you guys? Mm-hmm. And then we will give it some live brews and reviews. You okay with that?
Live brews and reviews.
Hey man, look at it. Oh, what's going on? Lord have mercy. There we go. All right, you guys ready? All right. Now I gotta dig it up. And by the way, man, Run's not here tonight, man. But she,
Yeah. Shout out to Run.
shout out to Run, man. She's agreeing with the addiction deal.
Oh,
with
tell
Cousin B, man, and D-Lo. She wanted you to have some Jimmy John's, but nay, Run, he got some tacos, man.
Hey, tell her we need snacks next week, yo.
And her, you know, the joke, her joke was, R. Kelly has a whole new remix to Ignition.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Good job, Ron. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? This is called Force Feed Him to Nappy, man. It's a single by Mr. White. He is a neighbor of the show, man. All right, here we go.
Nigga draped up, dripped out. Know what the fuck I'm talking about? This shit about to blow live. This one here for the nap time. Them niggas thought they was ready for us. Hurry up, place your bets on. Just like the Derby, we keep some of the best racehorses from the west to the east. My city be about that cheese. That's why I don't understand why somebody always leave. You turn on TV and what the fuck do you see? There's another dead body stressed out in the middle of one of them crime scenes. That's part of my whole purpose, to enforce and who treated. Make sure that the worst don't play part in the meaning of our city being defined through the eyes of those who see we without explaining just why niggas be fucked up in the first place. I ain't never tripped off a set. I've always shown respect. I get it back in depth. That's why some think I'm well connect. My whole damn objectives is to help the city be next and to quit working for the system so a nigga write his own fucking checks. Nigga done pop polished all my flows. Quit playing my nose. Been blessed by my breed and I bossed up on my own. So let this shit be known that this wolf's coming strong with the full force of his whole pack rocking at your front door. So much stress in my city. So much to make a nigga shitty. Ain't the type to look for no pity. Been trained to get grimy gritty. But when the stage lights come on all bright and them people yell, yo, Mr. White, how the fuck you reppin' our city life? I'ma scream loud, we gon' force feed him the nappy. 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 They already know what's happening. When it come to the Midwest rappers, them boys ain't like no bullshit. When it comes to spinning fat shit, from the expo to the classic, more whiskey you could imagine. Somebody said we was a 6 city when they seen crime 360. Gon' force feed him the nappy. 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 Shouts out to Lil Pootie. Big ups to that nigga Nut. Super Maxi, Whoa, Mike Geezy and Debo. Niggas like this certified in these city streets just to open fire if need be. No duck and hide just to make sure that our shit is shine. So we might as well respect. Give ourselves one hell of a round of applause for all the times we neglect. Can't you niggas see that it's our fault that we not up to that level? Divided it seems we keep falling, so we must not stick together. Talk to the rappers out there on Post Road, all the ones out on the west. It's our time, damn it, let's make sure that we show them we send the best. Ain't no bullshitting, let's keep force feeding this shit till they can't catch their breath and it feels like the whole goddamn chest about to collapse. Motherfuckers disrespecting a nap shit, just like Jesus trying to put it on for my city. For those who believe it, y'all best to be screaming with me. Cause the time is now for this wicked town to stand our ground and shut them down with the sickest sound of us screaming loud. How Nap Town gon' force feed him the nappy. 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 They already know what's happening. When it come to the Midwest rappers, them boys ain't like no bullshit. When it comes to spinning fat shit, from the expo to the classic, more whiskey you could imagine. Somebody said we was a 6 city when they seen crime 360. Gon' force feed him the nappy. Gon' force feed him the nappy.
Moose, a.k.a. Big House, man. So you got some Mr. White, man, and that was Force Feed Him the Nappy by Mr. White, which was actually played by someone other than myself. And Mr. White is a friend of independent radio, and we've had the pleasure of having him on the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show, man. Yes. So salute to you, man. You pulled it out, man. We gave it a run on the show, man. And when he was at our show, he actually mentioned that he wanted to make that record as an anthem to the city, like some of the other city anthems that have come before. So shout out my man, Mr. White, man. So
is it like the crackers in Hallville?
Kinda, it's his cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Same people. That's
and Put It On My Hood, the Young Tone and G Fresh song. So
hey guys, is Mark Battle? Is Mark Battle?
He's local. Mark Battles is from Nap.
Because I heard his whole album, man. And guess what I heard his album at? I heard his album on Amazon Prime.
What'd you think?
It's called The Black Einstein. I'm still listening to it, man. It was dope, man.
Yeah, he's a local guy, man. So it's cool seeing somebody from Nap getting a little noise, and he's got a pretty big following outside of Indianapolis in the state of Indiana. So it's
nice, man. Mark
definitely
Battles.
See that. Good to see that Mark Battles.
Yeah. Hey, so you know what I need. You know what we need. All right. So now the summer's coming to an end, and the fairs are coming up. Like all the fairs, right? So I got to go to the fair and I got to eat some food, but also got to get in shape. So how do I enjoy fair food, but start, because he ain't been doing nothing, but start the workout, man, with the fair food. The one, the only, Case Sincere.
Well, I mean, the first answer to the question is, how do we start? We start by not eating the fair food. We start by prepping. Well, you know what? I think there's some rules against bringing your own cooler now, and there's some rules against bringing.
You
can't even bring your own book bag, lunchbox, anything. So they're setting you up for failure. So make sure you eat before you go, and only plan to spend an hour. Is my advice. However, if you are to indulge in some fair foods, try to stay away from the deep fried stuff. Deep fried marshmallows, deep fried Snickers, deep fried donuts. You know, try to pick your chicken or your roast or your beef entrees. And always, they're not going to stop you from bringing water.
Hey man, all I'm saying is when I go to the fair, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get
We
a
are going together.
I'm gonna get a. You can come with me. I'm gonna get Italian sausage.
That's cool.
I'm gonna get Italian sausage with the onions and all that
That's
stuff
cool.
on it. I'm gonna get. I will have a couple sips of lemonade. It won't be mine.
That's fine.
I'll
And
get
see,
a
you
couple
gotta
sips of
realize this is
lemonade.
something that you
I'm
don't
gonna
do
get some
every
corn.
day.
I'm gonna get some corn.
That's an Indiana thing. I'm from New Orleans, so
I'm gonna get some
I don't do the corn.
I'm gonna get a whole ear of corn. I'm
No,
gonna eat that.
the sweet corn y'all call it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the corn. I'm gonna eat the corn straight off the deli there. I'm gonna get the corn, and then I might find one other thing that I'm interested in.
What is it? Elephant ear?
Oh, no. I'm gonna get a sandwich from the pork tent, man.
That's cool. You know what? And things like that, that all sounds within reason. That doesn't sound like the
or the steak tent.
That doesn't sound like the extravagant fried entrees that only Hoosiers come up with.
No.
That's the garbage you want to stay away from. But everything
down for the fried Twinkies?
No, man. No, that,
I'm
if
not
I'm
doing
anything,
that.
it's donuts. We know my weakness.
Now I will say though that my entourage will get fried vegetable.
They're young.
You know, fried desserts and all that.
To each his own. You know, and I can't help you through the fair. Just know if you're going to go to one time a year and be done, and that's something that you've gotten out of your system. But be prepared on Monday to start back right.
Yeah,
you know?
no, for real, man. Like I go, and I don't ride the rides.
Oh,
I go there to eat, man. You know, I'm there to eat.
I just walk around and people watch and take pictures of folks with half shirts on, grown men.
All right, so what is the best way for us to prepare? Like, if we're gonna eat all that stuff with grease and all that stuff,
The
what's
best thing
way to
I would recommend is go ahead and this is one of the few times you'll hear me recommend a fast. I would recommend not eating breakfast that morning and not making sure you're plenty hydrated because you're going to be out in the heat all day. But make sure you eat your first meal at 2 p.m. and that could be whatever the fair food choice of your desire. Therefore, it'll pretty much have subsided and been out of your system 24 hours later. So it's in and out.
Take a laxative, get that shit out.
Exactly. Hey, man, I got something for you. It's that cherry flavored magnesium. Been trying it with people. Back that pass up, had about 8 ounces of it. Boy, she was running for the bathroom.
I'm sure she's so excited that we talked about that.
Hey, it happens. It happens. You know, but keep in mind, it's just important to make sure that you know what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it. One of the things that, you know, me and my buddy, we've been starting, and that's food prepping. And that means going to Walmart, spend about $15, $20 on about 20 containers. Make sure you prep your meals for the week. I'll go ahead and I'll send it to you, the video on YouTube, to our Facebook page, so everybody can take a look at it. The first thing that I've noticed with the first 5 clients that I've had this week since I picked up my personal training game back up, Sincere Fitness, y'all, you know, is they've all commented that how easy it was to prep their food this way. So it's amazing, and I think every one of you guys will like it, from having either your beef or your flank steak or your chicken or your shrimp, whatever your desired protein meat source, but keeping all the other entrees quite simple with maybe just 4 ounces of rice in each entree, maybe just 5 ounces of broccoli or mixed vegetables of your choosing in each case of your meal containers. And it's made things completely simple. Go to the refrigerator, grab one out every 3 hours, and you're done. And you can keep everything in the freezer, pretty much take it out 2 days before you're ready to use it. And it's been so simple.
Really?
Dude.
So you freeze it, huh?
Freeze it, so simple. Your food is already in the freezer. No thought process, no effort. I have deliberately been so pissed off because I've been dieting, you know, getting ready for the end of summer. And I deliberately will go to McDonald's and order about $30 of food and wait till the line is the longest and get to the checkout and then just drive away and go home and get me my Tupperware out the refrigerator and microwave it.
That's not very nice.
I'm angry at him. I'm angry at him.
And
you the worst. You probably do that at my McDonald's, don't you?
Ooh, man. Is it on Brookville Road? I do it quite often.
Hold on. Listen, folks, the terms of what Case and Sierra had is not held with the evidence. You okay with that? All right, so check it. It's time for Brews and Reviews. You guys ready for Brews and Reviews?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so I tell you what, Jeezy, tell us what Brews and Reviews is all about, man.
Man, basically, man, Brews and Reviews is a heavy hitters review system, man, and basically the more brews it takes you to enjoy something means it was terrible, and the least amount of drinks it takes you means it was more enjoyable. For instance, Spider-Man was 0 brews. For me, it was a great movie. I didn't need any enhancements to help me out. And David Copperfield was like
I have
10
not
lines.
seen it yet.
Awesome movie.
All right, so guys, guess what? I got one, man. So today I went out with my oh, you guys ever that buddy, man, that you was cool with like when you was 5 years old?
Yeah.
All right, so me and Brandon, right? Brandon and I went out today for lunch, and we went to a place called the Grub House. The Grub House. I know. Look, I'm feeling bad because I did go to the phone booth yesterday for the first time. Second time, but I'm back and I'm going tomorrow. By the way. All right, so because I'm getting back into my routine. So anyway, I went to the Grub House today for lunch with my man. And I had for breakfast 2 eggs, sunny side or medium, or eggs over medium, right? That's how I like them. That face cracks me up because of me. All right, so listen, I
had 2 eggs.
I had 2 eggs. No wait, I'm not done.
You weigh 400 pounds. You should have had 8 eggs.
No, I had 2 eggs. Listen. I don't weigh 400 pounds, by the way.
Shots fired on the Heavy Hitters Radio Show.
Yeah, you know what? Nice knowing you. All right, so we're done with you. And listen, I also had 2 salmon croquettes for breakfast.
Good job.
2 salmon croquettes. Now,
oh hell.
Here's where I went awry. I had some biscuits and gravy. I just had 2 biscuits with a little gravy.
Who does that? Who has all that good food and then throws toilet paper on top of it?
Me. And then I had 4 strips of bacon. I had 4 strips of bacon. And I ate every last morsel.
Bacon is good.
And I'm telling you what, man, the Grub House, man, I got a picture
in a coma.
I got a picture of it, man. I'm gonna post a picture of it, man. It was grub.
And that's just because you threw the biscuits and gravy on,
Shout out to the
man.
Grub House, man. No, I just wanted that.
Moose, had you just stuck to everything you just told me, I would have just applauded you with greatness because that's an actual decent meal. That's something that I would eat on a regular. Now, granted, I eat 8 eggs generally every morning, bowl of oatmeal,
I ate a bunch of eggs
tablespoon of raisins.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, folks, when I say 8 eggs, I have 2 whole eggs and 6 egg whites. So, therefore, that condenses the portion, and that keeps the cholesterol on the low, and that ensures that I'm getting enough ample protein with my meals.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing all that.
But you're back in the phone booth, so you got to do that.
I'm back in the phone booth,
so
baby.
come on. What time are we doing it tomorrow?
And guess what? I still had some strength. I still had some stamina. I was very happy. You know, hey, guys, you guys might think it's funny. So there was some dude that I was doing tricep push downs with, right?
Uh-huh.
Dude was jacked. He's like, I said, hey man, you gonna be done? He's like, well, you can work in with me. I'm like, all right, cool. So I look at the weight on there.
That motivates you.
Look, I just go in there and bang it out. Same weight he had, right? Look, he was mad. So, you know, he looking at me like, he ain't going to be. But I just banged out the same weight he had. Matter of fact, I did more than him.
There you go.
Then, look, he moved it down like did the stack, right?
Oh, he's showing out now.
I was like, I said, you know, I can do that. But my stomach was catching.
It's called run your own race.
Here's what I did. Look, I went on and did the stack one time just showing that he don't need to show out because I'm just as strong as him. I just don't look like him. And then when he came back, he moved it up. I moved it up even further. I was like, I'm trying to get reps in.
That's it.
You know, I'm not trying. I said, I want you to know. I'm just as strong as you, bro. But I just don't look like you. You know what I mean? And so anyway, I banged out lower weight, more reps, you know, and he was getting all strong. But, you know, when he left, he's like, hey, man, good job working out. I was like, yeah, you too, man.
And something you guys taught me 5 years ago, many, many moons ago, and I now have to digress and admit we are officially men of a certain age because I, too, did the same thing with some young brothers in high school at the gym. They picking up 315, and they just picking it up, slamming it down, picking it up, slamming it down. And I said, hey, buddy, how many reps you doing? He said, I'm just doing sets of 5. And I said, well, how strong does that make you? And he says, well, I'm pretty strong. And I said, well, what happens if you give a full range of motion and you actually took your time and did some reps? He said, what do you mean? So myself, being a man of a certain age, walked up to the bar politely, and I proceeded to crank out 8, 9, 10 reps of 315 pounds and did not drop the weight not once. And at the same time, I'm talking to this young man, giving him instruction while cranking out almost 10 reps of 315 pounds. Then I lightly put the weight down. Granted, I felt prideful. I felt great. I felt that I shamed him. The next morning, I had to go to the hospital because I could not walk. And that started my problems 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you was in pain.
Definitely. Don't show out at the gym.
Hey, man, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Stuff don't work the same. He talking about you have arthritis in both knees and you're too old for a knee replacement. I said, well, thank you, doctor.
No, you too young.
Too young. I'm too young for a knee replacement. Excuse me.
Too young for a knee replacement. Although I had a buddy, man, just got a hip replacement. And he's younger than we are.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, man.
Don't mess up your hips.
Hey, so, man, I tell you what, Heavy Ears Radio Show, man, we're definitely funky fresh in the flesh. And so I told you guys about the Grub House. Now, listen, it's about 20th and college. I got pictures and all that kind of stuff of my meal.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Hey, man, it's delicious.
Man, you got to get there early. Like, you know, they will close on you.
They close at about 6.
Yeah, no, really? Every time I drove by there, it's been like, 4 or 5, and they are low.
They're like, ain't nobody coming. We out.
Low.
We're done. Hey, Grub House like done. Yeah, they were done.
But yeah, get there early. Looks like it's a nice, quaint place to enjoy.
That's hilarious, man. All right, so hey, the dog days of summer, guys. Hey, you guys do realize it's gonna get hotter. And hotter and hotter.
Do not
and
leave
hotter
your pets outside
because
they will escape the yard and jump in the pond.
All right, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, man, with this hot weather?
She go to the pool
and do what?
get in that water.
Do you know you black, right?
I swim.
I'm allergic to the sun. I can't afford to get any blacker.
Yeah, I know, right? Your credit score already dropping.
Lord. Shots fired.
That's hilarious, man.
Hey, mine dropped too. I lost about 2 points today. I got in the sun.
No, thank you. You won't catch me out, not I.
Yeah, cops' awareness went up. It's like a video game.
Right.
The more sun you get, it's like a hate crime.
All right, so let me, and I hate to put you guys on the scene. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to figure this out. So, this weekend in Indianapolis, they had the Indiana Black Expo Summer Celebration. All right, so guess what? There was no
violence.
Issues. There was no shootings. There was no issues on
Even though it was enough of us to make a Tarzan movie out till 5 a.m. and I couldn't get one thing to eat at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning because the lines was almost an hour long.
Yep.
Mad.
Well, you're from here, so you already. I mean, you're not from here, but you live here, so you already know what it's gonna be like that.
Race weekend, Black Expo weekend. Don't go out.
All right, so
no, man, go out, man. Support your local.
Go out for Black Expo at least, man.
Yeah, support your local economy, man. Your local
right,
race weekend, they go without you. But
yeah, they go without your race weekend.
Hey, so hey, Jeezy, I saw Omar. I saw Omar at the free concert. Your buddy,
Big Lincoln.
Yeah, I saw Omar at the free concert. So here's what Moose did. Moose went to the free concert on Friday night, and then on Saturday I hosted a show at the Funk in the Yard,
right
over on 21st and Carrollton. And then Sunday, I tried to go to the summer celebration, but I had to had to cut grass at my mom, properties and blah blah blah. And so I got down there, but I couldn't find a place to park. But man, I definitely try to partake. What about you guys, man? D-Lo, were you involved in anything? Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure you were.
Yeah, I mean, I got to make it to the Funk of the Yard event. Unfortunately, my schedule didn't allow me to get to a whole lot as far as Expo weekend, but I was a big supporter just in terms of encouraging people to go. This year, the Expo itself was free to get into, so it's certainly still relevant, and it's good that we still have the concerts and the different displays built around our community. So it's still got to be important. I'm sorry I wasn't there as much as I wanted to be. However, I'm glad that I did get to do Funk in the Yard for at least a little while with you on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, GZ?
Yeah, I was supposed to do Funk in the Yard, but I had an event that I had to work, so I was actually down in like southern French Lick, Indiana.
Okay.
Had an event down there, man. And Sunday, I don't think I did anything. I think I smoked a cigar, man, and sat in my front porch. That's pretty much what I do now. I'm an old man. That's pretty much what I do. If I ain't smoking a stick, then I'm asleep.
All right. I definitely understand.
All
All right,
right,
so
I didn't make it down to Expo. Matter of fact, I just realized it was Expo weekend until the thing I talked to you was like, man, it's Expo weekend? Didn't know that.
gosh.
I don't keep up with all that
Hey,
stuff.
so all right, so guys, does anybody else have any bruising reviews? Yeah, cousin Brian's got some bruising.
I got one
reviews.
after Cousin Brian. I'm gonna go after Cousin Brian. I
got one too this evening.
And so, cousin Brian, do you understand how bruising reviews works?
I got it, man. I understand it. I took
All right, go.
0 brews for the new Planet of the Apes movie. I did not think I was gonna like that movie.
I'm gonna see tomorrow.
I did not think I was gonna like it.
7.
But I watched the whole thing and was like, oh wow, okay. So 0 brews to get through that movie.
All right.
All right, so without giving us a big portion of the movie, give us kind of an understanding of what's happening.
As far as where it took off from the last movie, I mean, it's
good call there.
It's such a political. I mean, for me, I see the politics in the whole thing and how is I look at it, and it's like the political climate of the day for the most part, and the way it's laid out, I just kind of dig it. I dug how it was. I kind of saw it headed one way, and I was like, "This is not going to happen." And when it happened exactly what I thought, I was like, "Ha."
Hey, wait 1 second, guys. Now, all of us understand jive, right?
Yes.
Right.
All right, so D-Lo, can you give us a definition of jive? Wait, it's an urban translation. Yeah,
Of the word jive?
Yes.
Jive is a dialect in which people speak with abbreviated words,
metaphors and similes.
metaphors, yeah, similes. It's kind of the precursor to ebonics.
Right.
Hey, but here's the reason I brought it up, because cousin Brian said, you know what? I really dug the situation that I saw.
Because if you don't dig it, it ain't dug, baby. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's right. That's right. And typically people dig stuff, but it happened last week or 2 weeks ago, so he dug it.
Yeah.
Hey man, ebonics has rules, which means it's language. Go, cousin Brian. My bad.
I would definitely recommend if you just to see the progression of Caesar.
Man.
To see the progression of Caesar, to see how they threw in the political aspects of it, and just to look at the climate and look how it is. It's a decent movie to go to get away and escape. It's kind of long, but you don't really. But it keeps going. It's got a little comedy in it, so it's definitely a must see. At least it was for me. Like I said, I got drugged to it, and I was glad I did.
He said 0 brews.
0 brew. You would.
I heard good things about it. And I also heard that people see why they can't have the brothers playing the apes.
And what we say?
You can't have no brothers playing the apes, even though.
For what reason?
You know what they say, man.
You gotta go see it to see.
Yeah, these brothers can't play the apes. But yeah, man. You can't have black people playing apes, man.
But all the apes were CGI.
Yeah.
Everything is. Everything is
except for
CGI.
Caesar's
No,
old.
I thought they were in.
But Caesar's
they
old boy
were in
from,
suits.
Yeah, he's the dude from Smeagol.
They were in suits, right?
Yeah, he'll be in Black Panther, the dude from Black Panther. This season.
Okay. Does anybody else have any?
Yeah, I got bruising reviews, man. Like I say, I was late to the game, but I'm glad I have arrived. The Carmichael Show, man. I binge watched the first 2 seasons on Netflix.
Oh, it's funny as hell.
Oh man, it is funny. It is social. It attacks all of these social issues, from like can white people say the N-word to like what is rape? Like they even had an episode like what is rape? To they attack all of the issues, and it is hilarious, man. Like I definitely would give it. Huh?
It's canceled now too.
They canceled it? Man, see, that's a problem, man. I get into a show, I wasn't going to watch it, and then now here I'm on season 3. It's 8 episodes.
You should have watched it on time, man. You should have supported the cause when it was
Well,
here.
I supported Blackish from the jump. You know, I was all in on Blackish.
Well, we can't tell you supported the Carmichael show.
Well, I mean, I don't watch Power. Does that make me a bad person?
No, I don't watch Power.
Oh, that was gonna be my bruising review.
All right, go ahead.
All right, well, go right ahead.
Man, no, my bruising review
And
for Power.
What'd you
This
say,
is
Carmichael Zero?
The Zero Bruise, man.
All right.
But no, I saw Power recently.
Heavy
This
Hitters
past
radio
Sunday.
show.
Man, that is about 4 brews for me. Like, look, man, I like
Did
it.
you say 4 brews?
Yeah,
man. Oh,
like
wow.
there are some aspects where it's just like cool, like yeah, I like that aspect of it. If y'all would have stuck to this like drama effect more versus like trying to do all this like it's like borderline reality TV. It's just like yo, like I want to be drawn into it.
I'm with you. I was the same way. Like I heard everybody season
and then
1
50 Cent can't act for shit.
People was like, "Oh, it's the greatest show."
Pineapples were late.
It's great.
Oh, sorry.
It's great. So I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to watch season 2." I watched season 2. It was all over the place. It took forever for stuff to happen. It was like poorly acted, poorly shot. I was like, "Okay, this is like a hood classic, man."
Right. It's like who does this stuff? Like none of this stuff would happen in real life.
Pleasure. I'm sorry.
It's like I'm about it.
It's my guilty
But then
pleasure.
people want to compare it to Empire or The Wire. I heard people say
Oh,
like
Empire gets like 7 brews.
People like
have to be
oh, it's better than The Wire. Like, how dare you say
Whoa.
it's better than The Wire? The Wire was like classic television.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've got a brewing review as well. I actually want to do a retro brewing review. Now, listen, I was at work this past week, and I had to call another company. While I was on hold for this company, I had the opportunity to go back to my childhood days of 1986, and I listened to the Kenny G Duotones album while I was on hold.
Oh, damn.
Which doesn't say much for the company that had me on hold that long. However, that was an incredible album, and it's sad that smooth jazz as a genre has faded to the background so much, but Kenny G, late 80s, man, you had some incredible work, man, and that Duotones album I have to give 0 brews to. And I don't give 0 brews out too often, but I'll give it to Kenny G. That's a classic.
What?
Yeah, man. Pro Kenny G. Hip-hop show and all, man. I'm pro Kenny G.
And you know, Heavy Hitters is not just a hip-hop show, man. We're everything. So,
Yeah.
You know, for sure. But I'm very interested. I'm very interested in the folks out there that listen to Kenny G in our world. I bet there's not very many.
I mean, but we've got a good demographic for folks who are probably in the
For
age who can
sure.
appreciate Kenny G.
For sure. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm gonna tell you right now that the Heavy Hitters are a source of great conversation during the school year when there's a few suburban moms that listen to our show that are trying to teach their children about some of the things that we say.
Yeah.
Which I think is very interesting, man. I think it's very, very interesting.
Is that what we're giving urban translations of jive tonight?
We have to. What is this? There's no way Lala nipples are that small. Was there a situation?
Hey, we talking about Lala's nipples?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm obviously looking in the wrong place.
I got some communication from Big Gates, and he says there's no way Lala's nipples are that small.
What show is? Wait,
And I'm not exactly sure what he's even talking about.
Big Gates, man. This is DJ Longgreen
What's
on
that?
Instagram, man. You gotta hit me and tell me where I can see these nipples so I can make a judgment
Right.
for myself.
Right. Oh, I think I saw some.
I don't want to see Lala's nipples, man.
I want to see Lala's nipples, man.
What? Because of me,
I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't want to see Lala's nipples.
I like Carmelo.
Did we say pineapples?
Yes, pineapple. I like Carmelo. I don't want to see him.
Are you feeling like you're doing Carmelo a disservice?
I'm doing. I'm
looking at
man.
At the end of the day, it's out.
Look at the other nipples that
out.
Carmelo has looked at besides Lala.
You don't know if Carmelo's looked at other nipples.
What?
According to Lala, Carmelo has.
Say that with a straight face.
I'm tripping. I know. I'm tripping.
Say that with a straight
I'm tripping. I'm sure Carmelo's seen thousands of nipples.
Yeah, man.
And that's just one nipple, so which means it's 2,000 because there was two of them in each song.
Hey, man.
Is that bad?
I'm a perv and an opportunist, so if I see the opportunity to see Lala's nipples,
Hey,
I'm all in.
Hey, so I tell you what, guys. All right, so food prep is important for us, right?
Yes.
Now, I want your food prep so that it makes sense and that it's easy. I want to do breakfast and I want to do lunch, and it'd be cool if I could do dinner, but maybe not. All right. How do I make that as easy as possible for myself?
First thing you have to do is
What's your
simplify it a little bit
name?
more.
What's your name?
What's that?
What's your name?
Case Sincere here.
Case Sincere.
I'm actually in process of sending it to you now, but
The Health Connection.
The Health Connection in the house. First thing you have to do is simplify things to a point where you're not overcomplicating it. When you just say you need to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's almost putting a limit on what it is you need to do. So keep in mind, when you're food prepping, you're not just taking your Tupperware containers for the day and placing out your 4 to 5 meals. You're also putting your Ziploc bags of 21 almonds as one serving of almonds. You're also having 1 cup of yogurt. You're also having a Ziploc bag or a container of sunflower seeds. These are your snack foods to go in between those meals to tide you over until the next. So you don't just basically say, I'm going to have 3 meals, because keep in mind, today people are busy. Nobody sits here and works 12 hours a day and then sleeps for, another 12 hours. So you have to pretty much put things in a perspective around the clock as far as your level of activity. So first thing you want to do when you wake up, you have the option of eating right then and there, or eating approximately at 2 p.m. as your first meal. That gives you an 8-hour window to consume those 4 to 5 meals. And then that means your body's in a fasted state during the rest of the time.
2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
What are you
That's still
talking
breakfast. 2 p.m. is still considered breakfast. This is
Man,
called...
by the time 2 p.m. comes around, I'm about to shoot a single leg on somebody.
When you think of terms of breakfast, lunch, dinner, keep in mind your first meal of the day, regardless of what daytime or night it is breakfast. So that's what I'm trying to... And you're breaking the fast. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to change your perspective. It's about eating at 2 p.m. means that's just a fasted state. That's called intermittent fasting. That's something that I've been experimenting with, and it actually, quite frankly, has been working. So eating your first meal, a.k.a. breakfast, whether it be your eggs, oatmeal for breakfast, you eat it at 2 p.m. But before that, you want to go ahead and you can still have, i.e. a protein shake. You can still go ahead and drink water throughout the course of your day. You can still, it's recommended to have coffee first thing you wake up. Just keep down on the sugar and the added fats that you're putting in.
I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm so glad that coffee's cool. I like coffee just like me, man. I like a large coffee, man, black and strong.
That's what's up. And that's
hot.
that's how, ladies, that's how you should always like your coffee.
I'm hot, black, and strong like coffee.
You heard it here first.
Hey, Moose, they get big houses like coffee. Hot, black, and strong.
And coffee's good for you.
Hey, hold on, real quick. You gotta eat something in the morning, man. You can't mess around and go to 2 o'clock and go to work.
Yes,
you would be a mess. You'd be
this
a
is
mess.
why you wouldn't. Let's say, for example, if your last meal was at 12 midnight.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
See what I mean? And that's what I mean by people don't just they're now trying to catch up on Power and Empire and all kind of other, and Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones during the course of the night. So they're up till 1, 2, 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. anyway.
Folks, if you don't understand how blessed and lucky we are to have the health connection here, because I'm going to tell you right now, we never ever practice any of these conversations, but he's always spot on with what's happening now. It's amazing, man. And you know what? You know what? It's absolutely amazing because you're real right.
But every day I'm trying to learn something, and I never stop learning. And that's what I want you guys to do. Never stop learning, man. Open a book, ask questions why. Information is always power.
Hey, man, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. You listen to it, man. We definitely got it going on. Hey man, I say, well, we got a young fella. Are you a student? Are you a student at Indiana State?
I graduated from Indiana State.
Okay. What's your name?
Hello, everybody. My name is Trey Wilson.
Trey Wilson.
Yes, sir.
And you graduated from Indiana State?
Ran track into Indiana State 2008 to 2014.
Sycamores,
Yes, sir.
man. Sycamores, man.
Hey, I just saw you guys out here outside, and I just want to say I appreciate everything you guys do. I run a company called Who Would Have Thought Marketing, or a marketing management firm where I go out and socialize with people I meet I go out and meet new people every day, and I just saw you guys, and I was like, "Whoa, that's interesting." So people have been saying Indianapolis is boring when it's not. People are just staying at home and not getting out and being active. So my job is to get out, get active, and show people there's plenty of things to do in Indianapolis. I host events here where we are at Bar 36. I do charity events. It's crazy, and I'm just happy I got the opportunity to meet you guys today.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, for sure, man. You know what? We definitely appreciate you being here, man. And you know what? Feel free to come back anytime, man. Talk to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll definitely be back here next Tuesday. If I can, I'll bring my business partner, and I'm gonna get more people tuning in for you guys.
Come on back, man.
Yeah,
Come
definitely.
on back,
and
man.
how can
Let's do it.
how can we find you? Are you on Instagram or social media?
Yes, sir. My Instagram name is WWT_Trey, TRA.
Okay. WWT Trey _ Trey.
Yes,
TRA.
sir. And my Facebook is just Trey Wilson, TRA Wilson. Everything's positive. You might see some partying on my Instagram, but that's what I do as a.
You're supposed to. Lit too.
Yeah, I live life. We're just telling people. We're trying to get across that it's okay to have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many people just angry, upset, gotta work, they have kids, and they forget that if you have fun, you know, you can always make time to have fun. So
yeah,
we're trying to.
Hey,
well,
for sure, man. Hey man, shout out to Trey and all his endeavors, man. Heaviest radio show, man. What's the matter? What just happened?
Awkward. Yeah, we just more. Like I said earlier, you know, this is the heavy hitters, and the net is out. We are out looking for the catch.
No, it's not. Man, y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Hey, Heavy's Radio Show, man. We're live here at 36 degrees. We're at 36
East
Washington Street. Yeah, that's us, man. You can catch us on Twitter at Heavy _Hitters _ and then D-Lo, where else can you catch us, big boy?
You can catch us on Facebook and Instagram at Heavy Hitters Radio Show. You can also find us from there on our own personal pages, which are all pretty interesting and gives you a sneak peek into to our background. So make sure you're definitely checking us out, following us on social media. We've always got good input, and we're pretty entertaining guys.
Is that what it is?
For the most part.
We're pretty entertaining guys for the most part.
Instagram or the gram now? Have we transitioned to the gram now?
No, we haven't done that.
That's what it's called now.
The gram is different than Instagram.
It is?
The gram is different than Instagram?
I never knew that.
Because the gram is something different than the Instagram.
No, they call it the gram now. That's what they call Instagram now.
You know what? I'm a man of a certain age. It's still Instagram.
So I'm going to start calling it the gram. No, I refuse.
You are also a man of a certain age.
Yes. I shave my beard, so my gray is gone.
It does not matter. It does not matter. Yeah, he's just for men. Hey, so folks, I'll tell you what, Heavy's Radio Show, man, is bringing you all of the current information, news.
Heel turn coming soon, bro.
News, media, and sports outlet. Hey, so, all right, so listen up. We got about 20 minutes for the show's over, right?
Yes.
Let's get a recap of everything that we talked about today, all right? So, one of the first things we talked about was Mike Vick, saying what he said about Colin Kaepernick. All I need is a finishing statement on what your thoughts were.
Hey,
D-Lo, go.
Go first, man.
Again, I have the same opinion as far as Michael Vick. It was more advice than what I think he needed to give Colin Kaepernick. If he said you need to improve your play, show that you're working hard to gain a spot for one of these NFL franchises. If you come in and agree that maybe you're going to scale back on such an obvious protest, then maybe you can get an NFL job. But as long as the hair is involved, I think it's weak, and Michael Vick didn't need to provide the uncriminalized, the non-criminal Colin Kaepernick.
I mean, that's a whole lot, man.
Why is it every time Vic says something?
Because it's
come
not
up, man?
even Michael Vick, but we talked about it on the show, and if we're recapping what we talked about Michael Vick having a record. We talked about Pac-Man Jones having a record and then going clean cut to get back in the league because they have criminal records.
But Colin Kaepernick won't. But the thing is,
it's being criminalized.
It's not about Colin Kaepernick wanting having a criminal record or not.
It's about him assimilating.
It's about him being a distraction. The teams view him as a distraction, and does his talent level meet the worth? Is his talent level worth the distraction?
All right, and
second of all, Colin Kaepernick wants a job. So if you want a job,
if you want a job, man, do what you need to do.
A little bit. If you want a job, then do what you want to
sure.
do. If you don't care about getting a job, then do you, bro. It don't matter. But if you want a job, and they say, "Hey, man, you know what? Like, I need you to clean up your image a little bit."
Keep up with us, bro.
Then you know.
Hey, so all right, so Cousin B, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts on that situation is kind of, I mean, it's been said. I mean, I get what my man is saying here about the hair, because that's an obvious sticking point for him, but it's bigger than just the hair, like we were saying before. If you want a job with the image, the way things are, the quarterback being the face of a franchise, I mean, this was more or less some unsolicited advice. Sometimes people don't want that unsolicited advice, but he was saying, okay, look, I've been where you are. I've been vilified. And what I had to do to get back in there to make more millions of dollars is I had to toe the line somewhat. Now, I didn't have to stop being Michael Vick.
I had to assimilate. I was Michael Vick, but I had to assimilate a little bit.
And so he said, this is what you got to do to get back in there to do what you need to do. Now, if you don't want to do that, hold your stance. Keep saying, well, nobody else has to do this. Well, guess what? Okay, now you're going to be like the average person, because we all know most NFL players, within a couple of years out of the league, most of them working regular jobs.
But speaking of that, I saw this clip of Chad Johnson.
He said jewelry fake.
He said everything he had was fake. He was like,
really?
He was like, man, he said, I went with the Claire's and bought everything in Claire's.
Hey, that's smart.
He was
Save
like,
that
it
money.
shines at diamonds. He
Jewelry's a poor
He said,
investment.
CZ shine the same in the light. It shines the same in the light as diamonds do. He was like, I ain't spend no money on nothing. Everything
There
I
it
got
is.
was fake. He said, I faked. He said when I had when I bought cars or something, it was like other people bought it. It was paid for by other people. He said, I didn't pay for that stuff. The only I spurred on was like 2 years. He said for 2 years, he would go out and like pay for meals of different players or different people that he was around. He said, but outside that, he said, I ain't spend no money. He said, I made sure that I ain't spend no money. Everything I wore was fake jewelry.
Hey, all I got to say on that whole situation is branding. It's very important. Branding. Your name, branding, business, branding.
I thought you meant branding.
You said Mo to the
Ray J.
Put his Afro on a T-shirt, he winning. He can make money.
That's his next line.
Yeah, branding is very important. So make sure, like, everything that you're doing, like everything that's attached to your name, like, is something that you can move forward with.
But do know that it's the NFL and not the NBA.
Hold on. So, all right. So what about we also touched on the
Somali,
the Minnesota shooting.
Yeah, that's what we started with.
Of a police officer.
The Somali.
It's funny how all of a sudden, since all of us are black gentlemen from America, we're like, oh, you know what? He's a Somali. He's not a black guy.
But real,
that's how they do us.
All right, so go. I mean, sum it up. All I want you to do is sum it up.
My takeaway from that is again, like, it's unfortunate that anybody loses their life at the hands of a police officer. However, don't expect me to feel sorry when this has been happening to us for years. And if this guy gets convicted, the officer gets convicted, it's going to be some problems. Because it's the same state. But the other guy was on, him and his wife was in the car, and he was shot, telling the officer, I have a gun permit, I'm a licensed gun owner, and got mowed down.
Talking about Philando Castile.
Yeah, Philando Castile.
to me, it's just like the drug situation. It wasn't a problem until it happened to someone other than who it was supposed to happen to.
Yeah.
I will say every
that's my
single
take.
day that when they talk about the opiate epidemic and the fact that it's horrible,
always been.
and guess what this? So I didn't say this earlier. So all right. So when crack was prevalent and cats were going to jail, and that was it, right? Right. So now you got opiate addiction, heroin addiction, and it is afflicting a different population. And guess what? All of a sudden, they have a drug that counteracts the effects that will bring you back to
life. Right, but nothing for crack.
they have a drug that'll bring you back to life off of it. And guess what? It's an epidemic, which means it's medical and not criminal. It's an epidemic.
So now the penalties, they're talking about the penalties being decreased and lessened if you're caught with having opiates or drugs.
What about this? We'll bring you back to life 4 times, but the 5th time we won't do it.
Check out time.
No, man. But if I was on crack the first time I died from crack, I was dead.
Yeah, you done.
The first time I got caught with crack, I was going to jail for a whole bunch of years. The first time that I was addicted to crack, I might be able to find somewhere to work with me, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the state of Indiana, and I probably need to be careful, but the state of Indiana has given more money for counties to expand their services.
It's funny how they got money when they need it.
Right.
For that addiction, for opiate stuff.
Less time for jail, they need help.
They need help, and less time for jail, exactly.
And all I'm saying is, I wish that we would have took a better look at the other stuff first, maybe, but not even first because they're not even paired. You know what I mean? It's definitely a whole different situation. So my hope is that please we understand that, and typically I don't get this serious, but Indiana and Ohio and all the other places that are having trouble, if you're listening to us, please understand that it doesn't matter what drug you're on or what socioeconomic status you're from, we still need to help those folks because that's what creates the crime. That's what creates the situation that puts the children in a bind. That's what then cripples the educational system in your area. And then you can't find folks to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
So please understand, and I'm sure I'll tell some sort of gross joke here in a second, but it's serious for everybody, not just the ones on opiates, not just the ones on heroin, but it's serious for everybody. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's end on a lighter note, though.
Let's move that big house, man. Go.
Let's end on Mike Tirico saying he ain't black.
Wow.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Mike Tirico comes out and says, I'm Italian.
Stop. I'm not black. I'm OJ.
I have never seen a black
Okay.
I'm like, dude, what kind of mirror you got? Like, it's clearly like,
I'm Italian. He was like, I look at pictures of my dad, and my dad has been gone since I was 4, and my dad was white, and his mother was white, and my mother's white. I was like, well, you're either adopted or that's not your dad.
That's not your dad.
Maybe that's why he left.
That's not your daddy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, everybody can look at you and tell, man, that you're a brother, but like, what are you talking about?
Tirico, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Your name is Tirico.
If anything, you like Puerto Rican or something like Tirico, you know? Or something like, but no, you black, bro. Ask Tiger Woods how that worked out. When they booked Tiger Woods, what they say on his thing? Black
The
American.
second you get in trouble.
The second you get in trouble, you're a brother, dog. You
black.
ask OJ. I ain't black, I'm OJ.
Yeah, okay. But who embraced him after all that? The black community.
Hey man,
But
so
I like the album, man. I tell you, okay.
First of all, I wasn't even speaking on. I was speaking on the fact that I already said that. But now that we back there, man,
I like
you the
the
hater.
album,
You the
man.
hater, man.
How
You the
about-
hater. How you
no, I
go?
like the
No,
album, man.
no, you over here
Man,
talking up everything
it was
Jay-Z
one song.
except
It was
for-
one song that I didn't like, man. One song. That's why I doctored some points.
Man, you talking up every Jay-Z song.
I'm
Like,
a
you know, you
Jay-Z
play
fan.
like, and then you said, oh yeah, this album, like you can't. You
I
can't
didn't
see
say
the
it was-
growth. You can't see the.
Books. What did I say? I said the album was good. Then I said, but I had to docket a point. I said because number one, I thought it had an R&B track, which I like.
Hold on one second. Books, please give us a synopsis of what exactly we're talking about, and the show's almost over, so go.
We're currently talking about the Jay-Z 444 album, and Jeezy gave us his opinion last week, and was, though he likes Jay-Z, he was not necessarily the biggest fan of this album, although he seemed to like some of the songs. However, he gave it a second run, and his opinion didn't change from
the
the
album's
official
okay.
decision.
What's wrong with okay?
Anyway, Books, go, please.
That's
okay, Books.
Just relax, man.
That's kind of I don't.
Man, there's nothing else to say. There's no saving this sport.
wrong with
So,
okay?
like,
Nothing.
You know,
Is there anything wrong with okay?
No, it's your opinion, but for the rest of us, I think
there's
maybe
nothing wrong with okay. There's something wrong with your opinion.
okay.
There's something wrong
The
with your
album's
opinion.
okay.
I'm cool with that.
It's an album
it's,
okay. I mean, when his best work, and it's not. It's not his best work.
But
It's
it's
his best
still
work.
a culturally important album.
It's his best work.
And
But
this definitely beats a lot.
It's
Like,
better than
they're-
Blueprint.
Look, I don't. They're very like I quote songs from
Is
like
it better than Blueprint?
yes. I listen to this straight through. I skip every other Jay-Z album. I'm skipping something. I'm skipping something. I don't do that with this album.
It's better than Reasonable Doubt.
Every other Jay-Z album,
Yeah.
I'm skipping something.
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt is not my favorite Jay-Z album.
Skipping.
All right,
However,
folks,
but it has been a good show.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. This is Heavy's Radio Show. We are coming close to the end.
Yes.
It's Moose Big House, man. We got, man, we're so excited to have the one, the only, man, superstar of the show,
Books.
the one, the only A. Jeezy, man. And we got Books, man, the super crooner. Yeah, for sure. You know what? New on the boards, man, and it sounds like I haven't anybody complaining so far. Man, cloud overcast, man. Yeah, he got some fancy hair.
Some fancy. I like that. It's better than a lot of the stuff that gets said about my
Yeah, he
hair.
got some fancy hair for sure. I tell you what, man. He's all full of muscles and bump.
Got all
More-
the muscle guys coming in tonight.
More humps to the bumps, man. I was not talking about Cousin Brian, but he's flexing. He's flexing, man. It was
we got
Case of
P.B.
Syria that-
Lewis stepping in the house.
We got Big B over here. I mean, B swole. I mean, we got.
It
B
was definitely Case of Syria, the health connection. What's up, man? Yeah.
And keep
I like
it in
that
mind,
stick, B.
you know, telling you folks how to get through the dog days of summer at the fair. Make sure you're making healthier choices. Stay away from the deep fried options. I went ahead and I sent that to our Heavy Hitters Facebook page, so we'll be posting that tonight.
Yeah,
as
we
far
will.
as pictures of a lot of my clients' current meal prep, and also I'm attaching a YouTube video on how simple it is to prep those meals. And as always, giving a shout out to 101,
There we
to the
go,
1 out of
this.
100. You know who you are.
Come on,
That's
man.
ridiculous right there. And we also have
We
Cousin
been
B.
doing
What's
this
up,
5
Cousin B?
years.
What's up?
That one
I just
changed
want to
about
say
10
You all right?
I'm great. Thanks for allowing me to come in and sit in the last couple of weeks. I've enjoyed myself.
Hey, man, relax, man. Go ahead, Cousin B. Go.
Excuse me?
Relax.
Relax, man.
There you
You're
go.
at a 10 right now,
There
and I
you
need
go.
you at a 2, okay?
Anyway, go ahead, man.
Cousin B has the mic right now.
Go ahead, man.
No, really, I just wanted to say thanks for having me, guys. I've enjoyed coming on the last couple of weeks, and even though we have some different opinions, it's good to hear the other side of the coin and maybe use it for some, might change some minds, may even look at other sides of the coin, but it's good to hear different sides, not all just one side. So thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, you know what? We are so glad you are here, man, for sure. Appreciate that. All right, guys, let's do a wrap-up show. All right, we got to wrap it up.
Trojan
All right,
style.
I'm sorry?
What?
What you said?
You said wrap it up. I said Trojan style.
Oh, okay.
It's a new
Well,
sponsor.
I tell you what, you start Trojan style, go. Wrap it up. Wrap the show up.
So you got this. You the host, man.
Oh
Wrap
my
it up,
God!
man.
See,
Go ahead,
you know
Tarico.
what? And now we've. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Ouch.
You know what?
Shots fired.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Maybe he should.
No.
cut his
You know.
goatee.
You know what's funny? Here's the thing. I said you wrap it up. He said, no, I ain't got nothing. You go ahead. Which means that if you call me Tarico, that's fine. But that means I'm in control. That's cool. I handle that.
You the
know what
host.
I mean? I got nothing but love for you. I got nothing but love for you. Hey, so here's what we got going on. We got a picnic, man, in about 2 weeks. You guys ready for that? We're gonna do a listeners appreciation picnic.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in the park, man. It's gonna be in August, and we're gonna do some ribs and some hot dogs.
Jesus doing hot dogs. You know how I do.
You do hot dogs.
And that baked macaroni.
It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do hot dogs.
Yeah, that's what I bring to the table, man. I bring the easy stuff.
All right,
Y'all, y'all the grill master, man. I'll bow down to that, man. You the grill master, man.
So anyway, so
we
here's
do
what's
hope lots of our independent radio listeners come out for that. At that event, we also would like to go ahead and kick off the book club that we're starting, and we also we would also like to do a brief station workout with Coach Arlo Gritty for the event. So we're kind of planning that too. So we've got a couple things coming up, but make sure you tune in this Sunday. The Iron 3 Hip Hop Show will be back on independent radio at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, man. Yes, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. And so, those are all things we got coming up in August, right? I tell you what, man. If the weather's bad, don't cut your grass until after 6 o'clock, man. It's like it's
no zone action day.
It's a no zone action day. You know what? And the
global warming is real, my pimp.
The heavy hitters are with that, and that's the reason I said it, because I knew you would say something. It's the heart machine. The heart machine's making
Heart machine is real, man. Conspiracy brother coming soon. Followed by heel turn, man. We get you prepared for SummerSlam.
I know.
Heel turn coming soon.
And I'm gonna tell you what, man. Conversation with Coach will come back.
What?
Yes, we're coming back, man.
Let's talk about hot sauce coming back too.
We're coming
It
back,
might,
man.
I doubt
So
it.
hey. I tell you what, independent radio's line of shows will be hot sauce. You like that? You like that? All right, folks. Hey, I tell you what, man. It's Xavier's radio show. Remember,
the book.
Hey, you guys got music ready or no? I got music. I'll get some music.
Shout out to Booker, man. Where you see? You turned the book.
Oh, look. Let me see here.
Oh no, you're not.
It looks like Mr. White hit us up. He's like, man, he was very happy that we played his song, and as a matter of fact, we're gonna go out with that. You guys okay with that?
Yeah,
good with that.
All right, so I'll tell you what.
He's got a new banger that will actually be dropping on the show this Sunday. So make sure you tune in. It's his new song, not Force Feed Him the Nappy, but tune in and check him out.
Hey, man, this is Xavier's radio show. Remember, we are where you are.
So come on in.
So get comfortable.
Come on in.
What the heck?
Hey, we need to pull a mulligan on that.
Run that back.
Run that back. Real
mulligan.
All right.
What the heck just happened?
Run that back.
It's not playing anyway.
It's hot, man. When you hot, man, everything.
You got us up?
Help
That's
the
what it is.
7-8, 7-9, 7-8.
Yours.
It is a big boy.
I'm up. So.
Hey guys, okay. So I tell you, we'll try it again. Hey folks, Busy Mr. Local Podcast, man. We local cats. You know what I mean? And we ate tacos and all the other stuff we ate, man. We a little nervous. You guys
It's been a
ready?
fun night.
It's fun night.
Hey, so once again,
yes,
it's the Heavyers Radio Show. Remember, we are where you are.
So get comfortable.
Hey, come on in.
Yeah, man.
Speaking on class, she respects to the ones that's already making it happen. But right now, goddamn it, we gon' force feed them. Gon' force feed them the nappy. Gon' force feed them the nappy. Gon' force feed them the nappy. They already know what's happening. When it comes to the Midwest rapper, them boys ain't like no bullshit. When it comes to spitting fat shit from the expo to the classic, what wish you could imagine? Some ice said we was 60 when they seen Crime 360. Gon' force feed them the nappy. 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 Nigga draped up, dripped out. No fuck I'm talking
Too
about.
many of you.
This shit about to blow loud. This one here for the nap town. Them niggas thought place your bets on. Just like the Derby, we keep some of the best racehorses from the west to the east. My city bit about that cheese. That's why I don't understand why somebody always leave. You turn on TV and what the fuck do you see? There's another dead body stressed out in the middle of one of them crime scenes. That's part of my whole purpose, to enforce a new treaty. Make sure that the worst is
This is Musa Gang Big House, man. We out, man. Hey, thank you for Mr. White. Force feed him that nappy. We're out.